Yeah, what's going on, folks? What's going on?
What's up, everybody?
I'm sitting there chilling, man. Hey, if you have not already figured it out, today is a good day for the American people. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's a very good day for the American people. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yes, sir. What's up, man?
So what's going on, Max? What's up, bro?
Oh, I'm having one of those fucking days,
Having one of them days, man.
nigga.
Well,
I just literally sat
talk
and
about
I literally just sat in the motherfucking what you call it? The goddamn what you call that shit? My bad. I sat in traffic, literally. Not in traffic. I sat in traffic for like 2 hours. On top of it, sitting on traffic for 2 hours, my truck broke down on me for 6 hours. I was on the side of the road. Yeah, 6 hours, my nigga. Can you hear
six
me?
hours. 6 hours.
6 hours.
Good God Almighty.
Yeah. Not only 6 hours. You see, I am dirty, sweaty, all of that shit to figure out a fucking problem that we couldn't fucking figure it out.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, my nigga. Then
Fucked up, man.
I looked up to find a parking spot. Oh my god, I looked up like a motherfucker to find a parking spot. And I'm having one of these, bruh. I'm having one of these days, y'all. Forgive me, but
That's all
I
right, man.
looked.
Go ahead and do your rant. Rant, man.
So
Rant.
I looked up to find a motherfucking parking spot. I got a bitch ass nigga who's sitting in his fucking truck, higher than a motherfucker. I can smell the weed, nigga. Don't act like you don't act like you don't know what the fuck I'm don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I can smell the weed, nigga. You can't you can't blame it on the outside environment, nigga. Nah, nigga, it's coming directly from your truck. And so
Okay.
what pissed me off is this motherfucker act like he couldn't move his truck.
No.
Yeah. He act like he couldn't move his truck. I'm like, bruh, all he had to do was slide up 5 feet. 5 motherfucking feet. Couldn't even do that shit. So while I walked past, he was sitting at his window. I was like, hey, don't be a bitch ass nigga your whole life.
I
He was,
don't, man.
he was like, what? I was like, you heard what I said, fuck nigga. Don't be a hoe ass nigga your whole entire life. Your pussy ass see me trying to back up in the spot. You tell me you rather me hit your truck and you can't move 5 feet forward? Fuck you, nigga.
Oh yes, Max is mad, people. He's pissed off.
And I told him, bring his bitch ass out the fucking truck, nigga. I'll show you what these hands do, hoe ass nigga. Pussy ass nigga.
Ooh.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem with these new niggas nowadays. Y'all hoe ass niggas have never got your asses handed to, have never got your asses beat.
Yeah, they probably never been in no fight before, man.
The reason why I could be humble and as nice as I can, nigga, because I have got my ass whooped by my older brother. There's been fights. I picked fights that I didn't want to fight because I know I was gonna lose. I know I was gonna get my ass beat. But my brother
Okay.
was like, nigga, don't look at me. This is what you wanted.
Exactly.
What you looking at me for? You my brother, hey, he was like, what you appreciate, I appreciate that, man. Hey, that's some real nigga shit you did for me, bro. Because man, whole ass niggas like this. Niggas saying he's sending his seat. I wasn't bullshit when I was like, yeah, he's sending his seat.
So there you go, folks. He has co-signage from someone he's talking to right now.
Man, but I appreciate
in
that,
person.
Man. Thank you, man. Hey, happy 4th of July. Make sure you eat some barbecue on me, man. Well, I don't got no bread for you, but make sure you eat some barbecue for me. Hello? My bad.
No, you good, man.
That was the dude who helped. That was the dude who moved the truck for me. Who moved his truck and shit. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Shit right there.
I don't know why he dropped out, folks. Let me add him back to the stage. You dropped yourself out for some reason. I don't know what you did.
I don't know how I dropped myself out, but hey, my bad. So folks, that's some real shit homie did for me, bro. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I would have never got this parking spot if he would have never moved.
Okay.
I would have been stuck trying to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do without no trailer brakes.
Without no trailer brakes.
Without no Oh, my trailer brakes locked up on me.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's got to be a difficult thing to deal with.
Well, here's the problem. The problem is that everything was working and functioning normal, was working perfectly fine. And so it's hard to find a problem when it's like that. See, if I would have had an ear leak, okay, cool. I wouldn't know what to do. Like, okay, it's a chamber. Oh, okay, cool. It's a slack adjuster. Okay, cool. It's a brake. The brake shoes stuck to the drum. See, that shit easy fixes, man. But when it comes to certain shit like what I had to experience with no trailer brakes, like the trailer brakes locking up with no ear leak, nigga, that shit took about 6 hours to figure out what the fuck it was, bro. And it was we finally figured out, and it was the goddamn valve springs, the valve spring switch.
Well, at least y'all found the problem.
The problem is that, and I'm sorry, bro. Just let me cook for a second.
Yeah, you got Max Mumble Rants. Go ahead, man. It's your time, man.
So, this is the problem, and I gotta speak on to you weak ass niggas.
God dang.
And I'm gonna speak on you weak ass nigga for the behalf of the fucking women out here. You weak ass niggas. I don't like niggas.
Nobody. Jews, niggas, Asians, black.
And while I'm drinking my sweet tea, they lucky I don't got no beer in there because I'm gonna get some.
I don't like nobody. Jews, niggas, Asians, blacks, whites, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, dogs, horses, fish, roaches, worms, butterflies, ants. Nigga, I don't like nothing. Nigga.
That's some trash ass sweet tea. Man, trash than the motherfucker, boy. So,
well, I'm sorry.
Let me get back. So, the nigga who helped me, you could tell he was raised by some niggas in his life. You could tell he was raised by some actual fucking men in his life. Because he helped me without, he wasn't gonna get no money. He wasn't gonna get no favors. He just helped me because it was the right fucking thing to do.
Yeah.
So,
it's real niggas out there somewhere, man.
His position of moving the truck was harder for him than the nigga. Honestly, bruh, homie, this is how easy homie could have just moved, bruh. He could have just sit in his seat and pushed the brake in, and the motherfucker would have rolled back, and I would have been good. And he would have had to move. Nobody really had to do no fucking work. That's how easy this nigga. That's how much
the bitch ass nigga would have had to do.
That's how much work the bitch ass nigga had to do. The real nigga dropped the fucking landing gear, pull the airlines, pull the airlines, pull the pull the lever for the pinwheel. He had to physically, manually lower the fucking landing gear. It put labor into it to lower the motherfucker.
To disconnect himself, to move his whole the truck, right?
Yeah. But the And
keep the trailer where it was.
now, and this is the reason why I say, fellas, never judge a book by its cover.
I'm trying to tell you, never do that shit.
And here's the reason why I say never judge a book by its cover, bro. Because the real nigga who helped me, the motherfucker got dreads and gold teeth. The bitch ass nigga who didn't help me, nigga got a good fucking job. You could tell he works for Ace Hardware. Good fucking job.
He probably voted for the Kamala Harris too.
Good fucking job. Good motherfucking job.
He a 89%. Is it 89% or 90%?
No, he just a
90%.
pussy ass nigga. That's why I just call him a pussy ass nigga. That's what we just gonna call these niggas nowadays. Hoe ass niggas. That is some sorry, bruh. I have seen some sorry shit in my life, and I'm gonna say, bruh, I have really seen some sorry shit in my life, bruh. That tops it right there, bruh.
Oh yeah.
That tops it right there, bruh. Not only he couldn't move, bruh. Not only the nigga could not move, bruh, but the funny part about it is he would be one of the fucking dudes that complain about, yeah, truck drivers don't help truck drivers out no more. Fuck out of here, you hoe ass nigga. Because, dude,
I hear you, decaf Kush.
Dude, I'm being lying. That's what I want. I want some decaf Kush right now.
Hey, look what mine says.
What?
My overtime ain't tax, bitch.
Boy, we got some clown ass niggas in this world, boy.
Clowns,
boy.
Straight clowns.
Nigga, not only that, man. Oh shit, I forgot about that, man. I had another nigga move the truck for me. I was like, hey, bro. Hey, I was like, and I kept it real. I was like, hey, listen here, bro. I don't got no parking brakes, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. It's gonna be hard as fuck for me to find another parking spot, bro. I was like, yo, there's a parking spot right there you can park at right now, bro. And I was like, shit, it ain't easy. It will be impossible for me, but it ain't gonna be shit for you. Would you be willing to move? Nigga moved his motherfucking whole entire truck for me. I was like, bruh, man. I was like, y'all trying to make a nigga cry today.
I know, right?
Because, and on top of all of this, my girl.
We apologize for anybody that has seizures in the audience because Max's video is moving all around.
Oh,
so
my bad.
Apologize for anybody that has seizures.
So, my bad. So I'm like, damn, my girl grandma is going through a lot. She asked me for shit. I'm like, baby, I don't even have it. I was like, shit, I've been on for a week. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you, dog.
I've been. Let me clean this motherfucker up top real quick.
I see you over there growing your beard out, man.
Shit, nigga, this like, yeah, I ain't growing out purposely. I'm growing. Hey,
we grind, folk. We grind here, folk. We grind. We blue book gentlemen. We grind.
Well, it's not.
We
it's
on
like
monk mode, baby.
It's like shit. I'm like, damn it, god damn it. Fucking
I'm in
beard.
partial monk mode because I know I just got me some yesterday.
Like goddamn, goddamn beard. The beard grown in because brother's struggling. That's why. Woo, I'm gonna have to walk back up this motherfucker. I ain't gonna like it. But
life is about struggle, man. Struggle happens in life. You keeping it pushing though. Shit. That's the important thing. You keeping it pushing.
I ain't gonna lie. I was ready to give it up. I was ready to give up today, bruh.
I feel you, man. Just like when I found out about me being passed over for a DEI hire, I was like, shit, man.
What more do you want from me?
No, I ain't gonna. Nah, bro, this shit has cost me personally. This shit has cost me 3 days work. This shit cost me about $900. No, this shit cost me about $1,200.
Damn.
So $1,200 for the last 3 days. So first, the same trailer the unit fucked up on it, so it wasn't free. It wasn't refrigerated and shit. I am so fucking glad that I did not pick up that load.
Yeah.
So fucking glad. Yeah. Because it would have had to been negative 10 degrees continuously. And so negative 10 degrees continuously, if that motor would have went out for an hour, that was my ass, bro.
Oh yeah.
That's my ass, Mr. Postman.
We're glad that didn't happen.
Shit. Then bro, I'm being real with you, bro. Like for the last 3 days, shit that has never happened to me in my 15 years of driving trucks has happened to me in the last 3 days. I never had a unit completely fail on me ever in my life. I'm always able to fix a unit, bruh. I couldn't even fix that shit. I had to call somebody out here. And he was just like, "Yeah, man, you got to replace the gasket because the asshole who quit on us double gassed the fucking HVAC motor to the reefer unit. Not only that, the motherfucker didn't top it off whenever he replaced the gasket. He did not top it off with Freon. So
when you get your CDL, they teach you how to do maintenance on the truck, right?
Fuck no.
What did they teach you?
How to safely drive that bitch without killing nobody.
Damn, but some of y'all truckers just pick up shit.
Well, it depends on your trainer. My trainer was a mechanic, and so he fucking, man, I ain't even asked. He was like, "Well, shit, since you're here, I'm gonna show you something, goddammit."
Okay.
Yeah. What car was that you just heard? What car do you think that was? That was a fucking Charger.
Sound like a Pinto. That was a Charger?
That was a motherfucking Charger, bro.
Somebody catalytic converter out, man.
Bro,
that bitch need a new catalytic converter. That bitch need a new catalytic converter, dog. You can tell that shit needs something with our exhaust. Some fuck around going on with the exhaust, dog. He's losing pressure. He might be driving around on 4 cylinders, nigga, and it's a 6-cylinder.
That shit, bro. That shit is ridiculous.
It's some shit. It's some cylinders not firing, dog. He ain't working with full power.
And the funny part about it is I'm stuck up here in bitch ass Nashville.
There was a woman driving it. It was a woman driving the car with him.
Nah, it was a nigga.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a nigga. You know, Chargers. Yeah.
There's a lot of women drive Chargers too now.
You know, Chargers is for Chargers. Ain't no regular niggas that drive Chargers. They ain't niggas.
There's a lot of women drive Chargers too and Challengers. They masculine in the motherfucker too.
If I see, man, I only knew one chick that drove a Charger, bruh, and she used to fuck niggas up, bruh. She used to whoop niggas' asses. Forgive me, y'all. I'm trying to get some exercise in. I've been drinking sugary drinks all day. So
do what you do, bro.
Your boy gotta get some steps in. Yeah, because I ran out of water.
I'm back on carnivore, man. I'm back on carnivore.
Shit. I ran out of water, man, and so I had to. I started fucking up my teammate. I'm glad he left his fucking drinks in, but I start fucking them drinks up. Yo, this is funny.
She's drinking some tea, man.
Do you know the difference between? It's funny. Hold on, I'm gonna show you this. This is how you know that they give a fuck about. Can you see that?
What?
Hold on.
I see some poles.
Can you? You can't really see it.
I don't see nobody living up underneath there.
Exactly. You don't see nobody living up underneath that bit.
No, where are you at? Where are you?
I'm in North Nashville.
Oh yeah, you're in Nashville, dog. They don't have a problem like that in Nashville.
Hell no.
Nashville's a good ass. Nashville's a nice ass city. Dog. I like Nashville. And the bitches up there, boy. Hey, it's some nice bitches over in Nashville, dog. It's some nice bitches in Nashville, dog. I'm talking about some snow bunnies. And some nice snow bunnies in Nashville, dog.
Yeah, all right. It's Tennessee. If you want
Hispanics too. Some nice Latinas over in there, Joker too.
If you want to meet some gorgeous women and you don't want to have to put a lot of game in it, Sweetwater, Tennessee, around that area.
Oh yeah.
You know, don't get it twisted. You will see some hood boogers, some booger wolves,
some booger wolves, man.
Some goddamn, some nigger wolves. To be frank. So, don't be deterred, fellas, but you will see some nigger wolves. Goddamn it, some. Now, I'll be honest, bruh. If you want to see some fine, gorgeous black women, bruh, shit. Jackson State, it's a classic that Jackson State plays. I think Jackson State versus Tennessee State. And sometimes they play in Memphis. You probably see some of the most finest black women in the United States there.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, sir. J-sets, baby. I love my J-sets.
Hey, but hey, man, let's get into some of this other shit. You got some more shit you want to talk about?
No, man, it's just, man. Appreciate it. Don't let these bitch ass niggas fuck with you, man. That's all I gotta say, man. Don't let these hoe ass niggas. Damn, they cleaned up this area. Fuck. Fuck. Nigga, they cleaned up the fuck out of this area. Damn, this shit used to be the hood.
Oh yeah, they cleaned it up, dog.
Man, hell yeah, nigga. I used to be able to get everything on this motherfucker. When I say everything. Nigga. Man, you be walking, be like, hey, what's good, nigga? I got that gas on deck, cuz.
Furious this.
Do what now?
They be like, hey, nigga, what's good? I got that gas on deck, cuz. What's up?
But hey, man, we're gonna get into what happened today, y'all, with our president. Shit's actually coming down when it comes to the bill that it passed through the Senate, and so the House voted on it today, and come to find out that Donald Trump wins again. The big beautiful bill passes on this big beautiful day, and the Democrats, of course, are out here fucking crashing out. So I wanted to go and have this guy that I followed by the name of Brandon Lehman. Please follow him. He's going to talk about this. We're going to bring up this video, and then we're going to talk about some of the shit that goes on in here, especially with people like AOC and Hakeem Jeffries, Timu Obama. But here we go. Let's go.
This morning after their beloved CNN shattered their delusional and fragile worldview. CNN gives Democrats a couple of extremely difficult pills to swallow after they're forced to admit on live television by their own polling that Donald Trump is the most popular Republican president ever. You heard that right. They're also forced to admit that Donald Trump's economy, despite what the so-called experts said, is on fire. June's job reports beat expectations again, just like every other month of Trump's presidency. Tariff revenue is soaring while inflation is decreasing. And we know Democrats hate objective fact. They hate the truth. So this won't really make a difference. They'll still live in their Trump deranged bubble. But the data is undeniable at this point. Trump 2.0 is a massive success. As always, like the video and subscribe to the channel. We are on the road to 300,000 subscribers, so make sure you smash the like button and turn on the notifications so you never miss a video. But let's start with the big kahuna. CNN admitting Donald Trump is the most popular Republican president in history.
I mean, every politician would like this number here, especially to see it go up. How about compared to other presidents who were Republicans?
Yeah, it's history making. It's history making. What are we talking about here? So why don't we look back? We have all the presidents, Republican presidents, going back over the last 35, 36, 37 years. What are we talking about? GOP, who strongly approved 5 months in. Look at this. George H.W. Bush, Bush 41, 46%. Bush 43, 59. You see Trump, the first term, 53. But look at this. 63%. He beats all the other Republicans on the board here. And I was looking even back since Reagan. And get this, Donald Trump beats Ronald Reagan when it comes to the strongly approved 5 months. And of course, Reagan was coming off that high after that assassination attempt. So the bottom line is Donald Trump is making history with the Republican base. He is more beloved by this Republican base than any Republican base loved any GOP president 5 months in. It is history making.
So this polling is huge for two different reasons. Number one, obviously, you know it pisses Democrats off. It shatters their entire worldview that all these Republicans are regretting their vote, that this isn't what they voted for, that they were tricked and misled and lied to by Donald Trump. We all knew that talking point was just massive cope. I mean, are we supposed to believe the people who distance themselves from family members who voted for Donald Trump, call everyone who voted for Donald Trump a Nazi, a fascist, a racist, a misogynist, is now all of a sudden in such close proximity to Trump supporters that they're receiving all of this honest feedback about their buyer's remorse. They simply can't accept reality and will craft an imaginary scenario in which they're the righteous ones. It's what they always do. But the second reason this poll is so important is because it should show to Republicans who are trying to oppose Donald Trump's agenda that this man's popularity and support is the real deal. The American people want this overwhelmingly, and it would be in their best interests to get behind the movement. Donald Trump has had an epic 2 weeks, from policy moves to peace deals to trade deals, successful military campaigns, successful military missions, and a slew of Supreme Court rulings that are in his favor and allow him to advance his agenda. And today, CNN has to report the most recent victory, that the job market under Donald Trump is booming, despite the experts predicting doom and gloom and saying that his economic policies were going to drive us straight into a recession. Take a look.
You expected some of this, but this is better than expected?
Yeah, Sarah, it is. Look, this jobs market is like the Energizer Bunny. Every single time we expect it to run out of steam, it just keeps going and going. So these new numbers show that the U.S. economy added 147,000 jobs in June. That was well ahead of the expectation of about 118,000, well ahead of some whispers that we heard on Wall Street of a sub 100,000 number. So this is indeed beating expectations. We were also expecting a slowdown. We did not get that. This is basically in line with May, which was revised higher. It's also good news. The unemployment rate was expected to go up. It didn't. It went down to 4.1%. That is a very healthy number.
Let me tell y'all something that I was looking up. When Donald Trump took office the first time and Barack Obama handed him the economy, the unemployment rate under Barack Obama was at 4.8%. So he took over that, and at the end of his term with COVID, the average unemployment rate under Donald Trump was 5.01 or something like that. So now here he is, and he gets it from Biden. Biden's average unemployment rate was 4.6%. And so he is taking over an economy that had only a 0.02% less of an employment rate than he received when it was Obama handed it off to him, and the employment rate is at 4.1%, and it's just now 6 months into his term. So people can talk all they want about, you can hear all this rhetoric from the Democrats, all you want about jobs and the economy is doing terrible. The stock market is up. You just saw 147,000 jobs got added in June, and the unemployment rate at 4.1%. Now, think about it. Now it's not going to be no tax on tips. Do you realize how many, Max? Are you still there? Do you realize how many people? Do you realize how many people take in tips? You got Uber and Lyft drivers.
Just give me a bit. Just give me a second. All right, I'll be right there.
You got Uber and Lyft drivers. You got the restaurant industry. You got the hospitality industry, because you got to think about the people that take valet, limo drivers, waitresses, waiters, anybody that takes tips. Now these tips ain't gonna be taxed when they report it at the end of the year for their taxes. They're gonna be able to pay their taxes back. They're gonna be able to buy more things, because the waitresses and whatnot, they get that stuff on their check. You know, if people do it by card, if they do it by cash, they don't. And then people in the hospital industry, like I'm in the hospital industry, and when I work overtime, now my overtime's not gonna get taxed, and it's in my check. You feel me? It's not gonna get taxed. That stuff, I don't even have to report that to the income tax people. Yeah, it's gonna become as income, but the overtime is not gonna be taxed. So that's gonna be really good for us, and you'll be able to buy more things. Social Security not taxed. You feel me? Tips, Social Security, overtime not taxed now. Then you got to think about the tax advantages that be given to companies, and he's gonna get into this. And I was doing some more research when it comes to taxes. What happens when companies get tax cuts? And I'll read you a little bit of this. It says tax cuts increase profits potentially through higher dividends, stock buybacks, or increased investment in research and development and capital expenditures. Some of these increased cash flows may also be used to increase wages. Okay, so think about that. If they're able to carry on their savings into being able to pay their employees more, bonuses for some of their employees, overtime is not going to be taxed now. They'll be able to get more done. They can pass off the savings to consumers. All of that's going to happen with this bill, but let's keep going on with the video and see what else it said.
Is still relatively historically low. And again, it's below the 4.3% that we had expected.
Wow, so surprising. It's almost as if Trump's economic policy that disincentivizes businesses from offshoring American jobs and incentivizes them to bring them back to America would cause job growth in America. The only people who refuse to see that this was a possible outcome are people so blinded by their Trump hatred that they were rooting for the downfall.
There are a lot of companies that are bringing their corporations back to America, their factories back to America. You're going to see more Americans with jobs. And also this bill, what seems to be the gray area and what Democrats usually want to harp on is the cuts to SNAP and Medicaid, which they're really not paying attention to the fact that the cuts are coming in the form of requirements, because you have a lot of people that are taking advantage of the system, the welfare system, the SNAPs. They're taking advantage of it. There's people that are able-bodied can get jobs, and there's jobs out there, and they won't work because they know if they work, they lose their benefits. Well, God, let's get these people to work so the tax revenue go up so we can get out of this debt that we're in. Let's do that, people. People got to work, man. You can't be lazy. You got to work. Just work, shit.
all of America because it would make Donald Trump look bad and make them feel good. It's almost as if crafting new trade deals with partners that open their markets to American businesses would cause American businesses to expand operations and hire more people. This was always a possibility because understanding Trump's policies was easy. And I've tried to break them down in countless videos to make sure people understand. But sure, there was a possibility that they wouldn't go as planned and things might not go well. The difference is Democrats were rooting for the latter. They were rooting for America to enter a recession because it would make Trump look bad. They refused to believe.
Isn't that crazy for a whole party to be such an opposition that you would rather America suffer so that one guy can look bad than for America to succeed and one guy look good? It's almost like they're saying the needs of the few, them, outweigh the needs of the many, the American people. That would sound like what they're doing. That's what that sounds like.
Yeah, you're speaking truth there.
Like really, like they would rather it be them that do the good than someone else do the good. When somebody else is doing the good, they gotta, throw a monkey wrench in it, make sure that person looks bad so they look better. But y'all haven't done a good job. Y'all too busy, filling your pockets. You got people like Nancy Pelosi. She worth $65 million and she gets 6 figures a year. She's in her 80s. Why don't we have term limits? She's in her freaking 80s, man. My mama been retired. She 82. She ain't working no more. Sit your ass down somewhere. Now, I don't want to get on. Good God, man.
Who ain't working? Who ain't working?
My mom's retired. She's 82. Nancy Pelosi's like, what, 85?
Yeah, that bitch.
She old as shit. She farts dust, bruh. She's got to. I'm just saying, man, retire.
Believe Trump is capable of doing anything correct because that would shatter their worldview that they made an intelligent, analytical, rational decision to oppose Donald Trump because they concluded in all of their infinite wisdom that they knew better than him. And if they admit that Trump was right and that they were wrong, well, then they'd have to admit that they're not very capable at making educated decisions. But Democrats are pretentious and self-righteous and allergic to accountability. So to protect their fragile ego crafted by years of being told they're perfect and special and coddled with safe spaces, they elect to be willfully ignorant and live in imaginary Disney fairy tale Looney Tunes world where everything is fun and magical and friendly and Trump is the big bad guy trying to stop a good time. Here's Fox News talking about the absolute role Donald Trump has been on the past couple of weeks.
When the big, beautiful bill inevitably passes, it's going to add to a week and a half of key moments, consequential moments in this second term for him. We made a list. It starts on June 23rd with the Supreme Court allowing the Trump administration to restart swift deportations of migrants away from their home countries. 4 days later, the Supreme Court sided with the Trump administration on nationwide injunctions in that birthright citizenship case. June 30th, the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ closed at record highs. They capped the best quarter in over a year. Two things on July 1st. First, Israel accepted the Trump-led ceasefire plan that could end the Gaza war in 60 days. And also, UPenn modified a trio of school records set by the transgender swimmer Leah Thomas. Then July 2nd, yesterday, Trump announced a trade deal with Vietnam that's going to let U.S. goods into that country duty-free.
Y'all hear all this? Duty-free in Vietnam. Supreme Court allows Trump to restart swift deportations. S&P 500 NASDAQ record high. Supreme Court sides with Trump administration on the nationwide injunctions and birthright citizenship case. Goddamn ceasefire could lead to the end of the Gaza war. UPenn got a daggum apologize to everybody and took all that male swimmers awards away. Do you see all these wins? And once again, here we got the Democratic opposition party, because that's what they are. They're an opposition party now. They don't want to write legislation. They want opposition. That's what they want to do. And here we have all of these. This is crazy. This stuff is getting done so quickly. It's you can't keep up with. Like, I'm serious. Like, it seems like this has been a chess play by the Trump administration to make sure that the Democrats get, like, it's almost like a blitzkrieg in military warfare, but they're doing it politically. It's like he's hitting from so many sides that they can't keep up. They can't keep up. This shit's crazy.
So all of this is happening on the eve of Trump's big, beautiful bill being passed by the House of Representatives. As I'm recording this, Hakeem Jeffries, Walmart Obama is in the middle of this 6-hour spiel where he's just trying to stall for time and be annoying to everybody as another theatrical performance stunt, because that's all the Democrats know how to do. And once he's tired himself out, the House will move forward with voting and the bill will pass, being sent to Donald Trump's desk, which I assume he'll sign into law tomorrow on July 4th. So Democrats just can't catch a break at all. But another stunning poll that highlights just how demoralized and defeated the Democrat Party is was just released by Gallup, showing the percentage of Americans in each party who are proud to be Americans. And before I show you guys the numbers, leave a quick comment down below and take a guess. How low do you think this number is for the Democrat Party? So this poll shows pride in being an American by political party between 2001 and 2025. And first, let's take a look at the red line, which is Republicans. They have averaged around a 90% rate since 2001. That includes during.
So people, you see the years are at the bottom. That's 2001. That's 2005. This is 10 right here, 15, 20, and 25. Okay.
Barack Obama, that includes during Joe Biden. The Democrats, however, which are the blue line, reported being most proud under George W. Bush. Ever since then, it's been on this precipitous downfall, really falling off a cliff in 2016 when
I hate Big Shaq.
I'll see how y'all see how shocking that is. Go ahead. What you saying, bro?
Man, I hate bitch ass niggas, bro. I hate bitch ass niggas.
What did happen now, man?
Nigga. I'm over here waiting for a dumb motherfucker, man. I'm over here waiting for a dumb motherfucker for some shit, and this nigga had me waiting, and he forgot that I was out. He forgot that me and the other dude was outside waiting, and I'm just like, nigga, what the fuck? My bad.
It's all good. It's all good, man. Stuff happens. But y'all, look at what he's saying here. Look, so the red line is Republicans, right? The blue line is Democrats. Do you see the pattern? The pride in being an American, being patriotic, is going down from year to year. Now, mind you, now, Barack Obama was fucking in office around this time here. 15. When was Joe Biden in office? About around here. This was Trump in office right here. Right around in this area right here. So of course they didn't like being American when Trump was off because they hate Trump. But even when your boy Barack Obama was in office, your ass was only about 80 to looked like it's about only 83 to about 68% of you guys was even proud of being an American. You were more proud of being an American when fucking George Bush was in fucking office. W. Was it because of the 9/11 attacks? Was it because of that? Probably. But look at the Republican line. Republicans have stayed almost, okay, they got as low as 80, looks like 84, 85% during freaking Biden's reign. During Obama's reign, they were more proud of being American than fucking Democrats were. You see that shit? Now we right back up there where we was around 9/11. in the Republican Party. See, I'm telling you, man, the Democratic Party is becoming more leftist, more Marxist, more anti-American, more communist, more socialist. Ridiculous.
Donald Trump was elected and now falling to an all-time low of 36%. So it isn't just hyperbole when we say that the Democrat Party hates America. Like I said, they were the ones rooting for us to enter a recession just to be able to say, ha ha, Donald Trump's economic policies failed. They're a bunch of crybabies throwing a tantrum. They're only happy to be Americans when they are in power, when they're in control, and can tyrannically force their ideology and philosophy down everybody's throat by force. They'll all say, oh, we don't hate the country. We just don't like the president. We're ashamed of the president. Well, still almost 90% of Republicans had pride in being an American during Obama and the Biden administration. So the excuse that, well, we don't like the president, so now we hate the country and want to see it fall, isn't a legitimate
What I was just saying, folks.
excuse. They've been taught to think that America is inherently evil, that all the world's problems today are somehow the fault of American imperialism, that our values of capitalism and free market trade and liberty are evil and exploitive and should be replaced with communism, that the white race that founded this country was inherently evil and genocidal and racist, and therefore should be replaced by much better and nicer Black and brown people from all across the third world, that our national mission to become a more perfect union, which led to progression of human rights and civil rights, is somehow inferior to all these other countries that prefer authoritarianism, prefer to subjugate women, prefer to perpetuate modern day slavery. So yes, Trump is certainly a reason why they hate America. But it's not just Trump itself, it's Trump's message that we are abandoning the shameful and guilty mindset that the left adopted as virtuous, compassionate, and intellectual, with a return to American pride. They don't like American pride. And they even reveal that on CNN. The same guy that dropped the poll numbers about Trump being the most popular Republican president ever also dropped some stunning polls about the Democrat Party and their sympathy for Islamic terrorists. This is crazy stuff.
Who Democrats sympathize more with, Israelis or Palestinians? In 2017, the Democratic Party was a pro-Israeli party. Look at this. They sympathized with the Israelis by 13 points, more with the Israelis than the Palestinians. But look at this sea change. Now Democrats sympathize more with the Palestinians by 43 points. Oh my God, that is a change in the margin of 56 points over the course of just 8 years. So all of a sudden, it's the pro-Palestinian position that actually reigns supreme in Democratic politics, not the Israeli position. And that is part of the reason why Mamdani was able to do so well in this primary, because those attacks over Israel, simply put, did not ring true for Democrats. They're now on the side of the Palestinians, not the Israelis.
So this drastic of an opinion change over a period of 8 years is not organic. It is manufactured. It is part of the Marxist propaganda machine that has infected the Democrat Party ever since Trump came down that escalator.
So we're going to stop that video right there, and we're going to go to another video talking about the big, beautiful bill. Where's that shit at? Oh, let's look at Officer Tatum. AOC isn't freaking. AOC did not take this well, folks. She did not take it well at all. Let's go.
Days in modern American history. This is the largest. One
of the saddest days in modern American history. The saddest day in modern American history, because we are extending tax cuts, adding tax deductions on tips and overtime, filtering out the garbage in Medicaid and food stamps, securing our border. Like, what's so sad about this?
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more.
The big, beautiful bill has officially passed. I believe it went to Trump's desk and he signed it into law. It is now official. The big, beautiful bill is what was coined by the Republicans and by Donald Trump. And a lot of people have a lot to say about it. You know, it's convoluted and confusing. You never know who's right. You never know who's lying to you. You never know who's telling the truth. Everybody has their side, and everybody wants this to be right and this to be wrong because the Republicans believe this, so they got to say this, or Democrats believe this, so they got to say this. But what I will say is that from what I see from the big, beautiful bill, I think it does create a lot of sustainable things for what conservatives want and what Trump promised moving forward. It's not perfect. Yeah, it's going to add to the deficit in part. You know, it's funny that when people don't like the economists or the economists are arguing on their side, they believe the economists. When the economist disagrees with them, they don't believe the economist. People say that Donald Trump was going to create a catastrophe in his first administration economically, and the economist said that he was going to raise the economist said, and then Donald Trump had the best presidency of anybody economically just about in a very long time. So the economists are not always right either. You have to take what they say with a grain of salt. Yeah, Elon Musk is bitter and upset about spending. Well, man, look.
Also have to consider, folks, the first term that Trump was in, right? He had a great economy before the COVID shit hit. If it wasn't for COVID, man, look here. And now he back in. And hopefully no these Democrats or somebody they dealing with don't do some bullshit, because I think that COVID shit was fucking planned. But I'm telling you, hopefully that shit won't happen. Let's keep going.
Tesla didn't get to where they at by saying we're going to eliminate all of our debt. Tesla got to where they at borrowing money. They almost went bankrupt. At some point, you got to borrow a little bit of money here and there. You may have to go in a little bit more of a debt, but if you have a solution to the problem, a little bit of debt can take you a long way, if that makes sense. Just like our company, we may need to do something like, for instance, if we buy a product, we turn the product around, we make 70% on the product. Hypothetically, that's not a product we have, but if we did. So you may be in debt already, but you say, look, here's an opportunity we cannot refuse. Let's get this product. The product turns around and then we make a profit on the product. So in the interim, we go in a little bit of debt to get an explosion of success. And sometimes you got to take that risk. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to see, and this is proof that not everything is polarizing to a certain degree, but it will get polarizing. Trust me. If you look at it, you can see the way the left is covering it. They're just saying the House has passed this bill. They call it a spending bill. They talk about sweeping taxes and spending bills and the sense of the president's desk to sign. All of that, it seems to be reasonable and I will say accurate without bias for the most part. Same thing. The Republicans are saying the same thing. Republicans are talking about it as tax cuts, a spending bill, and we shall see if the energy changes over time. But right now, I could say that it's a balanced perspective on how this is being covered very preliminarily. A lot of details haven't come out just yet.
People, he's using Ground News. Ground News is a site that you can use that tells you these news articles, whether they're left-leaning or right-leaning or in the center. So it's a really good source to use. It's unbiased. I'm going to see most of the time the Hill is going to be reporting something straight from the center, but it's just a good thing to have in your wheelhouse as far as, you know, looking up stuff, fact-checking people.
But I can say that they're even. But one thing that is not even is whether or not you're getting blind spotted or not. If you look at the news stories that have come out, about 7 from the left and 21 on the right, that you got to be paying attention to or you will get blind spotted, right? University of California reiterates student government ban on boycotting Israel amid Trump's pressure. Republicans are not really talking about this. Let's go over to what the left is not talking about. Gaza tensions, controversy surrounding Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. The left do not want you to know that Gazans are doing things that they ought not to be doing. They only want you to look at Israel. So don't get blind spotted. Look at all of the information that's provided so you can have accurate information. So make sure you guys subscribe to my link at ground.news/ or download the mobile app and use offer code Tatum for 40% off the unlimited Vantage plan to see through media bias and stay informed. Let's listen to a few clips of everybody and their mama talking about the big, beautiful bill. Let's start with Mike Johnson congratulating the big, beautiful bill. Wrote a clip.
The yeas are 218, the nays are 214. The motion is adopted.
damn, they really cleaned this shit up.
Talking about where you at right now?
Hell yeah, bruh. I'm for real when I say this shit used to be the hood, nigga. Like, nah, nigga, you don't understand. I'm amazed at how much they cleaned this shit up, bruh.
Well, you are in a red state, bruh. You are in a red state.
No, that ain't even. I'm talking about this shit right here, bruh. This part where I'm at has been fucked up. Has been fucked up for at least 12 years, man.
Well,
like you talking about?
Things changing.
You saw what?
A lot of things changing, man.
Like, I'm for real. Like, dude, they got like nice luxury condos up here now.
There's been a lot of gentrification going on. That shit going on in Atlanta. A lot of building up and shit.
Well, it's
like
because
Domingo.
Well, it's because that's the thing. That's the only thing that's going to make you money right now, dude.
Yeah.
Like you. So, check this out. So, and I always use Canada as a reference because there was such a bad immigrant issue, bruh, up there in Canada. It was, I forgot the name where it was at. Fuck, what's the name of it? I'm gonna remember it one day because I keep bringing this shit up. But they had the same problem too, the same issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they started denying people's visas or forcing them to move outwards towards, you know, other parts of the country instead of kicking them out. And what you've seen was the price of the housing market, the prices of houses, condos, and all that shit up in Canada and in certain areas started to go down. Why was that? It was because it was too many. It's called supply and demand, folks. Sometimes when there's too much demand, the price of the brick gonna go up.
Yeah.
When the demand is high, the price, you can't get mad if the price of the brick go up.
Yeah.
So, hey, price of the brick went up, and fuck, tomorrow's 4th of July. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I'm stuck up here, bruh.
Find you a nice little lot lizard, dog.
Ew.
I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. Let's keep on going.
Without objection, the
All right, perfect. Let's go to Hakeem Jeffries real quick. Clip 3.
Now, what's funny about this clip is the shit that Hakeem said in the House, man, that shit backfired on their ass. They said that some congressman, some GOP congressman, he tweeted or he DM'd the vice president or text the vice president and told him that he was undecided before the vote. But after Hakeem Jeffries got up there and talked, he said he's going to definitely vote yes now.
Yeah.
Clip 3. All right, Hakeem Jeffries said in a tweet, said the filibuster is a Jim Crow era relic that has been used to stop progress for decades. Enough. Now, you know what's kind of funny when he talks about the filibuster, the Democrats filibuster, the longest filibuster in history other than Booker doing it recently just to save face. But they had the longest filibuster in United States history, filibuster against the Civil Rights Act. So don't act like the filibuster is something that is inherently something that the Republicans do. It's something that the Democrats do, and they do it maliciously. Hakeem Jeffries is a nut job, in my personal opinion. You can't believe nothing that he says or any of the other progressive Democrats. Let's go to what Secretary Bassett said about Hakeem Jeffries. Let's roll the clip.
What do you make of Hakeem Jeffries at the podium for more than an hour trying to discredit this bill right now?
Well, Maria, I'm not going to take firefighting advice from an arsonist. The Democrats had the majorities. They blew out the budget. They had the tons of wasteful spending, and we inherited a mess. And under President Trump's leadership, along with Speaker Johnson, Leader Thune, we are going to get the economy humming again via the private sector. This is a Main Street Working America bill. It is going to address the affordability crisis. We are going to increase working people's wages. And, you know, the Democratic Party at present doesn't stand for anything. They're just against everything. And you know, let's see where the economy is this time next year. Yeah. I think this bill, over the next year, we are going to see growth like we have not seen. And importantly, it is going to be non-inflationary growth, which is something that Democrats couldn't do.
Let's talk about this real quick before we go to the next clip, because I know AOC said something really stupid and we got to put her on the screen. But just a few takeaways, right? Extend the 2017 Trump tax cuts. This is something that if we hadn't passed this bill and the tax cuts that Donald Trump implemented from 2017 had expired, we would see the biggest tax increase in modern history. And I think nobody with a connected brainstem wants that to happen. New tax deductions for tips and overtime, cuts on Medicaid and food stamps. That's getting rid of waste, getting rid of illegal aliens that are on our government programs, taking taxpayer dollar that should be going to American citizens. Some people abusing Medicaid programs when they should be working. They should be doing other things. Instead, they're using the system and abusing the system. We're getting these jokers off. Funding the border wall and stricter immigration. We pay hundreds of billions of dollars subsidizing illegal aliens in this country. People claim that they pay taxes. Yeah, but they're subsidized more than they pay. So therefore, they're a net negative. They're a debt to our society. And so if you're illegally in this country, you got to leave. That's going to save us on the budget as well. Let's get to AOC real quick and see what this broad is saying. Roll the clip.
I think this is one of the saddest days in modern American history. This is the largest.
Hold on. Stop. One of the saddest days in modern American history. The saddest day in modern American history, because we are extending tax cuts, adding tax deductions on tips and overtime, filtering out the garbage in Medicaid and food stamps, securing our border. Like, what's so sad about this? What is so sad about this? Oh,
it's sad because they can't replace the black people that they can't rely on no more when it comes to voting. That's what it's sad about, because that's what they were doing. If you giving people all that, think about what happened when Lyndon B. Johnson was in office, and he said, we'll have these Negroes voting on Democrat the next 200 years. And how did he accomplish that? Welfare system. So what is the welfare system? You're subsidizing people's lifestyles that cannot get a job. So basically, this is the saddest day in American history for her, because she's a Democrat, and because Democrats were handing out subsidies to undocumented and documented immigrants. And if you do like Lyndon B. Johnson said, do to the black people, which was welfare back in the day, and what is it now? It's subsidy, it's Medicaid, it's SNAP benefits to these immigrants, whether they be documented or undocumented. How you think they're gonna vote? They're not gonna vote for the Republicans. They're gonna vote for Democrats. The Democrats the one gave them all that shit. So what does that do? You substitute out the black vote that they can't count on no more, because guess what? Black people voted at a 98% clip for Kamala Harris, did they not? And what happened? She still fucking lost. So you replace the black people with immigrants, buy their votes pretty much with SNAP benefits, and now I guarantee you for the next 2 presidential cycles, Democrats will not even address black issues, bro. It will not be at the same rate it was before. I'll say that. It will not be at the same. They will not address black people. They won't address them.
What did it show you the last election, though, bruh? A lot.
The black vote don't matter no more.
Doesn't matter anymore.
Black vote don't matter no more. They was
Even
trying to replace the black vote with all these immigrants that Biden let in, trying to replace the black vote.
No. Here's the thing, bruh. See, here's what y'all missing out. They already done this shit. See, the reason why I told everybody do not vote the way that I know y'all going to vote. It was the reason why I said that shit is because of the fact that, like, yo, you talking about if we would have voted regularly, we would still appear to have some form of political power, right? Some political power, voting power. But because people, basically, you got exposed. That's what happened. We got exposed. And it showed us, hey, your vote really doesn't matter anymore. So you're basically your ways of the Indian.
Y'all want to claim being indigenous? Now you are politically.
Now you are politically. And so what happens is once you politically die, bro, you slowly die. It's a slow death. It's basically you got.
We'll go the way of the Native American, but we just don't have we don't have the fucking casinos and the fucking land rights.
You basically got stage 4.
Stage 4 cancer.
Yeah, that's basically what it is now.
Yep, it is what it is, folks. Now you got to vote your value. Now you definitely got to vote your values. Definitely got to vote your values now. Been forced to now, because they're not gonna pander to you no more, black people. They're not gonna pander to you no more. You're not gonna hear shit about reparations. If you thought you was mad before about reparations, you really gonna be mad now. And all right, Max.
Yes, sir.
You ain't gonna hear shit about no reparations. You ain't gonna hear nobody that you better get reparations in this crypto. That's what you better go get. You ain't gonna hear nobody talk about reparations no more. None of that shit. You just better goddamn do what you're supposed to, which is contact your congressman. This is gonna force black people to do what they're supposed to do in politics, which is contact your closest congressman or senator. We ain't been doing that shit. You got to do it now. But moving on.
Oh, because the Democrats didn't do it, the Republicans did it. That's why it's so sad to you. You stupid B. And that means beautiful woman. Roll the clip.
Largest withdrawal and ending of healthcare in American history. 17 million people in our country, 17 million Americans in our country are going to lose their Medicaid. They're going to lose their ACA insurance.
Because they should be working.
Small business.
Speaking of that, hold on. I found out something about SNAP. Okay. All right, so 41.7 million Americans receive SNAP benefits, representing 12.3% of the U.S. population. A significant, I'm reading this. A significant portion of SNAP recipients are able-bodied adults who may be working or actively seeking employment. While SNAP eligibility is based on income and resources, able-bodied adults face time limits on benefits unless they meet work requirements or have certain exemptions. Okay? So there's a lot of people that are on SNAP that are work eligible. Okay? And then you heard what I said. If I'm not mistaken, it's what now? This says a significant number. It doesn't say how many. I'm looking to see if it says how many. I don't see where it says how many. Say in 2023, 82% of SNAP households with a non-disabled working age adult, and no children had earnings in that year, according to the Center on the Budget and Policy Priorities. So you got people out there that are on SNAP, that are able-bodied, okay, and don't have no kids. These are the people that are going to get cut. You're going to have more work requirements. They're going to have time limits and shit.
Owners are going to have their healthcare costs skyrocket, and people are going to have their SNAP and WIC cut back. People are going to go hungry. People are going to get sick.
Hold on. There's a special place in hell. AOC got our own hotel room down there. People are going to go hungry is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. There is not one American that's hungry. Yeah, you may not eat 3 meals a day, but eating 2 meals a day don't make you starve. Eating 1 meal a day don't make you starve, to be quite honest. Second of all, there is no person that cannot get food stamps that is impoverished, that don't have a job and don't have a level of income. They have food, they have programs from the government, churches, you name it. You will not live in the United States of America without eating. People begging on the side of the road making $50,000 a year and ain't paying no taxes. So give me a mother freaking break. Fear mongering people and talking about people.
You ain't wrong about that.
That's the stupidest thing ever. Do illegal aliens that come into this country with no job, can't speak no English, do they go hungry? Then why 20 million?
Hold on. In general, undocumented migrants are not eligible for federally funded Medicaid coverage. However, there are some exceptions. See, that's the thing that people like to say. They like to keep that however out of there. They get medical care if they go to the emergency room. You know why? I work in healthcare. There is a law in healthcare called EMTALA. EMTALA means you cannot turn away anybody that needs care. If you go into an emergency room and you're undocumented, you can get medical care. Emergency Medicaid. Undocumented immigrants may be eligible for emergency Medicaid, which covers treatment for emergency medical conditions, including labor and delivery services. Hospitals can be reimbursed by Medicaid for emergency care provided to individuals who would be eligible for Medicaid if not for their immigration status, provided they meet eligibility requirements like income limits. State-funded programs. Some states provide state-funded health coverage programs to certain immigrants, including some undocumented individuals. Okay. Says applying for receiving. Hold on. In general, while undocumented may receive emergency medical services, this does not grant them eligibility for full Medicaid coverage. They do get care, folks. They get care. It is illegal for hospitals to turn away anybody.
You know, come over here. They're not hungry. Why ain't they hungry? Okay, that's what I thought. Roll the clip.
On a scale unlike anything we've ever seen. And it's all of it is just to finance tax cuts for billionaires and the wealthiest corporations who don't even need it. I don't think I've ever seen.
I mentioned this earlier in the broadcast. When you give tax cuts to corporations, that is given back to sometimes employees and wages. You got research and development by the company that may cause the product to go down in price. Yes, they go up in profits, and yes, some of their management that do pass on that stuff to stockholders and stuff. Yes, of course they do. But also your wages go up. They can offer more jobs, things such as that. If you tax them more, do you know what corporations do? They cut jobs so that their higher up people can keep their money.
So what you were saying again? Can you repeat that?
I'm talking about when corporations get tax cuts. What do they do with those tax cuts?
Well, it depends on the tax cuts, right? So
yeah,
if it's a tax cut that is easier to bring money back into the states, then yeah, you're gonna get a significant. You're gonna get a shit. That nigga just left. Fuck, my bad, brother. My bad. My bad. I tell you, it's probably something we would have to do a uncut story tonight.
But hey, check this out: wages and employment. While some argue that tax cuts lead to increased wages, studies show that the benefits are not always evenly distributed. A portion of the tax cut benefits may go towards higher wages for workers, but a significant portion may also be directed towards shareholders and executive compensation. Of course, that's going to happen, folks. Impact on employment also varies, with some studies showing increased hiring and other indicating minimal impact. Increased hiring, folks. This is some of the things that they use tax cuts on. So don't think it's just going straight to the corporation shareholders and their upper management. They do use it for more jobs, more wages for the people that work for them. But definitely when they have tax increases, they cut jobs, they cut wages, they do all of that stuff first, and they do it from the bottom to the top. They cut the bottom first. They don't cut wages, or salaries for the middle management and upper management and C-suite people. They don't do that shit. You increase taxes on corporations, they cut jobs. Shit, I went through that too.
I think we have ever seen or are prepared for how catastrophic this is set to be for a lot of people. And I think it's devastating. And they're talking about this as though it's some tax cut. Even the stuff that they're talking about, taxes on tips, no tax on tips, that's only for people, that's only up to $25,000.
Now wasn't her candidate talking about cutting tax on tips because Trump said it first, and then didn't Kamala have that as one of her policies that she was going to implement? And now here's AOC talking bad about tax on tips, talking about it's just not for who they think it's for. This is bullshit.
And if you're making less than that, you're already kind of exempt from a lot of these things in the first place. So they're giving people crumbs and they're taking away the whole loaf. And it's just a genuinely really sad day for our country.
What about hey, Sean,
Peter Jeffrey's final message?
I'll be ready to talk. Like, give me like 10 more minutes, bro. And shit, I got a story to tell you, nigga.
Okay, that's fine, man.
Looking ahead to 2026, 2028.
Well,
hold on. I got to interrupt her real quick. Why can't people understand what tax cuts for corporations mean? If you stupid, are you ignorant like AOC and you've never owned a company, you don't understand what corporations do with tax cuts. If a corporation gets a tax cut, where do you think the corporation is spending money? I'm talking about a corporation that's growing and building and creating opportunities and jobs.
Also, folks, put in mind small businesses that are registered as a corporation. LLCs, all this shit. These are going to get some tax cuts too now.
And they grow year over year to sell a company at some point or make billions of dollars of revenue. A company that's functional is not going to have a $6 million tax break and say, you know what, we're going to give $6 million to the CEO. Giving $6 million to the CEO don't create wealth and generate growth in your company. So sometimes they will pay the CEO a decent amount of money, but you need to grow in order to make more money. Tax cuts give companies opportunities to grow. For instance, we pay hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes every year as a corporation and my company. If I didn't have to pay that in taxes, what would I be doing with the money? Give me more money, go buy me a Lamborghini. No, stupid. What I'll be doing is investing in growing, investing in hiring, because then I could make 6 times, 10 times what I'm making now if I had the money to invest in growth in the company. These people have never owned a business. They know nothing of what they're talking about. If you overtax corporations, what happens? They don't grow. They cannot afford to go and buy a second property. They cannot afford to go and open a second location. They cannot afford to give their employees raises and hire more people. What are they going to do, ladies and gentlemen? They're going to start cutting people, because if their tax burden goes to here and there.
Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that? They're going to cut people. What's that? Cut jobs. You give tax breaks to the corporation so they can have more jobs and give more wages.
Their P&L looks different. And what are they going to do? You know what? We got to lay a couple people off. Now we got AI. We got one person that can do 6 people's job. Oh, now we got to lay off the people that are cleaning the building. We just can't afford that expense. So we can't have people clean the building. We got to do it on our own. So those people don't have a job now. Oh, now we wanted to get some new innovation and get some tenant improvements. We want to do all this stuff, which will give people employment and opportunities to work and opportunities to build these walls up in here so we can build out another studio. Oh, our tax burden is insane. We got to pay way more taxes. Y'all want minimum wage increases. We can't afford to grow. We can't afford to prosper. And then what happens to these small businesses? They go out of business. The big major corporations, they just can't expand fast as they want to, but they're not going to go out of business. Mom and pop will go out of business. This is why raising taxes don't work, fool. Ask any economist on planet Earth. Thomas Sowell talks about this in his book. Thomas Sowell talks about this in his interviews on how when you raise the taxes, less people pay taxes. When you lower the taxes, because the tax code seems fair, people are more likely to pay the tax. So when taxes are lowered, we get more money into the treasury. Fact check me if you want. Roll the clip.
Leader Jeffries' message, he's right. The best thing that we can do right now is press on. And in order for us to salvage what we have and to build through, we have to chart a new course and a new path to our future.
What is that?
And we have to make sure that there are consequences. If you're on Medicaid, if you're on ACA, if you are on Medicare and rely on Medicaid to help with your long-term care, there has to be consequences to these votes. And we have to decide if this is just a joke or just for TV, or if this is our real lives. And I hope people vote like it.
Oh, it's going to be consequences to these votes. Watch this midterm, what's going to happen to these Democrats. Watch what's going to happen to the majority in the House and the Senate. Watch it.
It's our real lives.
Hey, when you guys had the House and Senate, what did you guys pass? When you guys had control when Joe Biden was in office, what did y'all pass? What did y'all propose? What did you do for Medicare and Medicaid? What did you do for taxes? What did you guys do? You didn't do nothing. So you out here fear-mongering people for things that hadn't happened yet, but y'all didn't do nothing to help the American people anyway. It's funny because they don't stand for anything. They only stand against Republicans. Oh, it's only for people with $20,000. Well, hey, you think the people that $20,000 to get a tax deduction, do they think they care? Think they crying about it? Okay, that's what I thought. We got a couple more clips and videos. Let's go to clip 4. Roll the clip.
Recognized for 1 minute. I thank the gentleman. Mr. Speaker, I found the preamble to this big, ugly bill. We, the billionaires, and our king, in order to deform and sicken our...
I will say this. Now, we don't have time to break all this down, but these were the acts that were passed under the 117th Congress when Biden's term, when the Democrats had majority. It was the American Rescue Plan Act, Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, CHIPS and Science Act, Honoring Our PACT Act, Electoral Court Reform and Presidential Transition Improvement Act, and Respect for Marriage Act, and the Inflation Reduction Act. There was some negatives in a lot of that, and we may go back through that on another show, but those were the some of the acts that were passed when there was a Democratic majority under Biden's term.
Union, establish injustice,
all right, I'm back.
Domestic
I am
stability,
fully back,
weaken
Sean.
our people's defense.
What's up? So what you wanted to talk about? Because we still, I can stop this video and we can go on to something else.
Man, nigga.
Let's do that.
Nah, nigga. Yeah, this be story time.
All right, we can do that. We can do that.
Nigga, I just seen 8 crack deals, nigga.
What?
I just seen 8 hard nigga just made like 8 hard deals in front of me.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. No pine, man. You got the flow.
Nigga, I was just trying to give him some decaf push for the weekend. Like, nigga, this nigga, the whole entire time I've been waiting.
You've been waiting this whole time, man.
This whole entire time, been waiting, brother. For some bullshit. This nigga gave me like 4 different types. I'm like, what the fuck? But I ain't gonna lie, the nigga, I ain't gonna call him Bay, but the nigga name is Bay. B-A-Y, goddamn it. I ain't gonna goddamn me and this motherfucker was we was waiting together like brothers. I was like, shit, you know, so how your day is, nigga? like goddamn it, this motherfucker, man, this nigga had tricks on his. I'm like, nigga, Now all them bitches were busted, bro, except for one nigga. For one, I was like, nigga, that's you? He was like, yeah, that's me, nigga. He's like, you want to have some fun? I was like, I can't even do it, bro. He was like, no. On me, Playboy. I was like, what? He was like, what? And so he was like, yo, what you looking at? He was like, I was like, oh, I'm doing the podcast right now. And he laughed. He was like, wait, what? I was like, yeah, I've been on mute the whole entire time while I've been up here with your ass, nigga. And so
that's crazy, man.
And so this nigga was just like, shit, what's your podcast? I told him everything. So he's like, shit, I'm gonna be following you, bro. You know, me and him, we was talking about international travel and I was telling him about I do a lot of international travels and shit. And so he was like, man, I always want to travel internationally. I was like, bro, you can. He was like, shit, with felonies? I was like, yeah, you can, but you're gonna be only selective what countries you can go to.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, yeah, you can still get a passport, bro. It's just, hey, all it takes is time and all that shit. And he was just like, man, he's like, I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. I kind of want to get out from this motherfucker, man. He was like, man, he's like, this shit has, he's like, dog, he's like, before I went to prison, man, I was an engineer, bro.
Damn.
And I was like, how the fuck? I was like, how the fuck you became an engineer? I was like, how the fuck you ain't an engineer no more? He was like, man, I went to prison because insider trading. I was like,
ooh, white collar crime. Shit.
And he was like, insider trading. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, because, like, don't get it twisted. Like, he sound like a nigga. Like, he sound like a nigga.
He
when I say nigga,
like a nigga when he went to prison.
Yeah, like he sound like he a nigga and shit. I was like, man, how the fuck you getting all of this shit, man? He's like, bro, I can't do nothing. He's like, they won't let me do nothing. I was like, man, it's just a white collar crime. You should be able to get. Oh, he was like, oh no, I ain't. He's like, yeah, when they locked me up. He's like, when they locked me up, I had about 5 pounds. He's like, I had 5 pounds of some trees, and he had like an ounce of some white girl. And I was like, oh fuck. I was like, don't tell me this shit happened in Tennessee. He was like, yeah. I was like, how long ago? He was like, shit, this shit's about 15 years old. He's like, I got out 15 years ago and shit. And so I was like, so this what you've been doing the whole entire time? He's like, yeah, man. He's like, bruh. He was like, for 5 years straight, he's filed, like for 5 years straight, he said he literally applied to every job he could for 5 years across the nation.
And couldn't get
a
shit.
job. Couldn't get shit.
Boy.
Oh, and it wasn't. And he was like, you know what the bullshit was? He's like, it wasn't even the white collar shit that's fucking me up. He was like, it's the drug shit that's fucking me up.
That's fucked up.
And he was like, the most bullshit of it all. He was like, it ain't even the fucking white girl that's fucking me up. He was like, the white girl, he was able to get that shit down to a misdemeanor for just possession, just a regular possession and shit. But he was like, with the tree, that shit they gave him a possession with the intent to distribute and they gave him a trafficking charge too for the tree also. So I'm like, Tennessee fucked another one up. I ain't the only one.
It's probably because of the amount of tree too, man. He had 5 pounds. Right?
Well,
he had 5 pounds.
Well, it's like this. So here's how you could get away with it, right? If he would have had it all in mason jars sitting in a cabinet, easily it would have been a possession charge.
Mm-hmm.
Easily. But he was like, bruh, I had about 10 different kinds and they all were bagged up in one big bag. And he was like, just because yeah, he's like, just because they were bagged up, he was like, it was trafficking. And he was just like, dog. He was like, dude, he was like, I don't sell tree. He was like, I don't sell tree at all. But he was like, shit. He was like, the only reason why he helped me out is shit. He was just like, the shit I'm getting is gonna be completely different what he's getting. See, I'm getting CBD. He's getting THC. And so he was just like, shit. He was like, I'm helping. He was like, I help you out. He was like, shit. Like, you know who gave me the shit? His goddamn grandmother.
Ain't that some shit?
I was like, wait. You tell me the whole time we was waiting on your grandma? He was like, shit, Granny the plug. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I was like, grandma ain't no fucking plug. Shit. Grandma had granddad in the car. Granddad had the tool on him.
I bet he did.
And I was like, what type of weird shit is this?
That's some EBT community shit.
Yeah.
That's
Nigga.
what that is. That's some EBT community shit.
I tried to speak some life, and I was like, listen here, bro. Me and you can have a conversation. That means you could be something in your life. If we could, I was like, bro, I was like, bro, you know, I was on some real shit. I could have just said, fuck it, 30 minutes ago, and just went my own way. But me and him, we was talking. That's the reason why I wasn't on there. I was like, damn, I'm doing this stream right now. I was like, bro, it was just, we had a nice conversation. You feel me?
I feel you.
And so, it was a great conversation. It's just the fact that EBT community shit. He do some EBT
community shit.
He do some EBT shit. I'm like, bruh, this shit ain't for you, bruh. I was like, bruh, you got a fucking degree, engineering degree from Vanderbilt, bruh.
Damn. Vanderbilt, of all places.
Vanderbilt, bro. Because he had some nice shoes. I was like, man, them bitches fire. What are those? He was like, oh, these Deion Sanders and shit. I was like, oh shit. Hold on, give me a second. Woo. Goddamn.
You good?
Now I just walk up a hill, nigga. Whew. All right. I was like, bruh, them nice shoes. He was like, no, I ain't no Colorado fan. He was like, Vanderbilt, baby. That's my alma mater. And I was just like, damn, nigga. My life just got fucked over today. My life got flipped upside down tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Fuck yeah, nigga. Shit. How many times you meet a crack dealer with a goddamn engineering degree?
You don't. You really don't.
It's some weird shit, bro. It's some weird shit.
Hell yeah. I'm sitting here trying to find this person on TikTok that I think that we need to check in every now and then to see exactly how terrible or how much crow these Democrats gonna have to eat come next winter when it comes to this damn economy. Because this joker here, he been crashing out over Trump ever since he didn't have a goddamn platform. And I just like checking in every now and then to see how he doing. To see how, yeah, here you go. I'm finna damn, hold on. Hold on. Okay, so let me see. Let me find one of his clips he did recently on this whole Trump bill shit. Okay, so all right, so here we go. This is probably the only ginger that I cannot stand right now. And he's on TikTok. And I'm going to bring him up on screen now. I'm going to bring him up on screen right now. This is the only ginger on TikTok that I swear, boy, I cannot stand him. All right, so here we're gonna check. This guy here is gonna be a fucking a case study. Okay, we're gonna case study this joker here. We're gonna follow him for this whole year.
If he signs that bill, if that bill that they've been trying to get through Congress actually reaches his desk,
we're gonna see how he crashes out over the year.
Oh, this guy! Oh
This
my
guy.
fucking
Yeah,
dog!
this guy.
Check this out, bro. How about I used to be a real fan of him. Like
Me too.
I used to love this nigga because he used to have some good. He actually has some great fucking points and shit. And so he slowly start getting unhinged. I'm like, bro, what's wrong with you, bro?
Yeah, he has been getting unhinged.
Then he slowly but surely it was just one day he was like, fuck it, I'm going all the way in. And he went all the way in with the delusion.
Yep. And he's been gone ever since. He has been gone ever since.
Grandma left me here.
Gone ever since. But we're going to follow this guy for the past year. We're going to see how much he crashes out, y'all.
off of food stamps. 3 million Americans. The bill that J.D. Vance just got through the Senate, you know, J.D. Vance, the guy who's always on Twitter, our vice president, he got in his car and he drove down to the Senate, and he was the one who cast the tie-breaking vote to push that bill to the next layer. And that bill, inside of it, says that they are going to cut nearly $30 billion a year from food assistance programs. It's called SNAP benefits now.
This is for people who are able-bodied, can work. That's who they're cutting. They're having work requirements, time limits, things such as that. But of course, because of people like Timu Obama, Hakeem Jeffries doing an 8-hour speech and saying that people are going to die and this is going to happen, all this fear mongering.
When I was growing up, it was called food stamps. You used to get a voucher, but now you get a card that you can take to like the grocery store, buy chicken and bread and shit like that, right? They want to cut that program. When that program gets cut, those people, 3 million of them, are still going to be hungry. They're still going to need food. So when you think this through, where are they going to turn to? They're going to turn to food banks, right? You got a food bank in your community.
Check this shit out. Check this shit out. I was in poverty. I was poor growing up, bruh. And I could tell you this, bruh. More people abuse SNAP more than any fucking thing. More people, I have watched more people abuse food stamps and welfare my whole entire life. See, he's probably one of these motherfuckers that did not go through struggle in life. So he's talking from a privileged standpoint, like most of these motherfuckers do. They talk about it. They talk about this shit on a privileged standpoint, and honestly, don't really think about, you know what? Maybe these people might be abusing the fucking system. You know how many times I have, nigga, in the loves, nigga, I had somebody who was like, shit, they got food stamps on deck. The fuck? Some of these niggas, bro, they kill me on the weird
people
shit.
selling food stamps.
Sell food stamps,
them, man.
nigga. Yeah, food stamps on deck. We all know what that means, nigga. Give me we do 60-40 split. You give me 60, I'll pay for 40.
Right.
Give me, you. If it's $100, that is he wants $60 in cash. No, we don't do Cash App around here. We do straight American greenbacks, nigga. Man, fuck out of here, bro. These weird ass niggas, bro. I'm sorry. I'm on one tonight.
Banks, or they've donated money, or maybe you've dropped off some pasta, right? Well, those places also get funding from the federal government. And guess what? They've already cut their funding. Those food banks are already stretched thinner. Those food banks have already said before 3 million people get kicked off their food stamps, those same food banks have already said they can't even handle as many people as they did last year because of the loss in funding. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of meals, hundreds of thousands of pounds of pasta, vegetables that come from local farms through farm subsidies. All of that stuff has been cut already. So nonprofit organizations and aid.
Time out. Where do you think the food from the food? Hold on. Educated guess. I want to get your opinion real quick on this, Sean. Where do you think the food from the food bank comes from?
I would say churches and people donating.
Do you think it comes straight from the farm? Do you think
Nope.
any of that food comes straight
Nope.
from the farm?
Never.
Do
Never
you know
done.
what? Do you know what that food is? It's what is basically it's the expired food that the grocery stores cannot sell, legally cannot sell, or policy wise cannot sell. It's turned down food from either it's turned down food from Walmart, or if it doesn't go to Walmart, they will take it to the market. If the market doesn't want it, then it goes to the food bank.
So in other words, he's lying to base a narrative.
No, it's
He's
not, I'm
lying.
not gonna say he's lying. I'm gonna say he's don't know what the fuck he's talking about because he's listening to talking points that somebody else gave you.
Probably, yeah.
Ain't no fucking food from the food bank, bruh. Goes directly from the producer, from the producer straight to the food bank. It's about the food gets touched by at least 4 different people before it goes to the food bank.
Right.
And usually a good amount of that shit is donated because they can't sell it. So the brokers will donate it, or the brokers or the seller will donate it because they will not take the food back because it's waste. And once it goes back, like, you know, you say you got to put it back in the truck. Well, that's another 2 days where, you know what, we could just give it for free for the food bank and get this tax break. And we're going to save a couple of $100 in taxes. So hell yeah, let's do that.
All right. So it says here, Copilot, which is the AI helper for Microsoft Bing, says donations. Food banks get their shit, most of their shit from donations. Majority of food comes from individual and corporate donations, including non-perishable items and fresh produce from farmers. But once again, that's donated produce from farmers. That's not the first place they trying to goddamn send shit.
No. See, this is how they play you, though. It is not donated once it hits 4 different people. It's donated once it hit 4 different hands. The farmer's going to give it to the food bank because what's going to happen, and I'm teaching y'all a little bit about logistics too, people. So what's going to happen is they're gonna the broker gonna call the farmer. Is gonna ask, well, since the load got turned down, do you want to what's going to happen is the customer going to call the broker. The broker is up to the broker to find a place to sell it to. So what they do is whatever Walmart turns down, they take it to the farmer's market, or they take it to any foods market. If you're up in New York, example, that Hunts Point market area, then if it gets turned down, then they will take it. Then it's donated to the food bank.
His point he was making was that these programs are already getting cut, but I just read you out that the majority of food that goes to food banks is donations. So what's the point about bringing up that programs are going to get cut when what I'm reading here, it doesn't even mention federal programs to the 3rd bullet point in the search that I just daggum did. Federal programs is the 3rd bullet point. Then you also have community drives and partnerships that give, and then they also purchase too. So all these people just doing their own goddamn little narratives to shit, man. You gotta research shit for yourself.
What is it? Is even if you do the research, they're gonna still try to feed you bullshit. Like look at example with Google, right? If you type in something that is for Trump, you're gonna get CNN. Before you got to literally search to go, you got to literally keep going down page after page on Google just to get an unbiased opinion about, say, example, did Trump with the First Step Act, right? You will literally see many articles that would be like, well, technically, First Act was by Obama, then why he ain't passed the law? It's because what they know is that, and I told Democrats a long time ago, the people y'all get your information, they either don't respect you or they think you're stupid enough that you're going to believe them regardless. What's the point of telling y'all the truth? Right, real talk, Sean. If I feed you shit every single day if I keep feeding you shit, Sean, one day you're gonna go to the restaurant and ask for a shit sandwich. You're gonna ask for a shit sandwich, and they're gonna be like, "Well, we're fresh out of shit sandwich, but we have Wagyu steaks for sale for $10, and we will cook it for you and all that." Like, I would rather have a shit sandwich. God damn, it's hard. It's hard to say shit sandwich. Shit
It
sandwich.
sure is.
She sells seashells by the seashore. Shit.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Let's continue this, man.
Americans right here at home are having their money ripped away, their funding thrown into the foam party of Jeff Bezos's yacht. And for what? So J.D. Vance can get revenge on the hillbilly community that he claimed he loved in a fake book? So Donald Trump can afford another golden toilet? Why?
In a fake book.
Right now, what we're looking.
Wow.
That's that Trump derangement syndrome, dude.
That's the liberal fucking bias. This motherfucker. He used to be so fucking good. He had some legendary rants in the past, bro. And he sold his soul
While Biden was in office.
Yeah.
While Biden was in office, ranting against Biden.
Looking at is going to be.
Now, did he rant against Biden?
I think he did a couple of times. He was ranting against the elitists. You know, he was ranting against that. I wouldn't say specifically against Biden. He was ranting against what everybody was ranting about during Biden's term, which was the elitists.
Oh, you talking about how the Democrat ran a bullshit ass primary? Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Insanely crazy. So if you have time, if you have money, if you have a place you want to put some effort, look inside your own community, look towards the food banks and local aid organizations, because you're about to see more people hungry in front of your eyes here in the streets of America, on the roads of America, and even maybe your coworkers than you've ever seen in generations.
So yeah, we are going to be checking in on him. No, that's somebody else. We are going to be checking on him on the regular, folk, as he eats crow. He's going to be eating a buku amount of crow. Come, I say wintertime. I'm gonna say that because
give it 6 months before the midterms. But we're gonna continue periodically keeping on with this nigga. But give it until 6 months before the midterms, brother. That's next year, when we're a complete full year under Trump's administration.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see how much the Democrats bitch and complain about all the good shit. Because honestly, bro, at this point, they're just against Trump just to be against Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about it, Sean. Excuse me. Just think about it. Let's see if all this shit the Democrats said is going to come true. Now, if none of this comes true, I wonder how much integrity will the Democrat Party come out and say, you know what, we were wrong. My bad. I was reading something. I got Do I need this? You change. Medication has been changed. Oh, they changed my medication for me. That is nice. All right. Hello? Oh, that is so nice. I never paid attention. Whoa, that is high blood pressure. Hello? Sean, can you hear me?
I'm sorry, I'm there. I forgot I was on mute.
So, Sean, Sean, I guaranteed Sean, these niggas ain't gonna have enough integrity to come back and say, you know what, we were wrong.
No, they're not gonna do it. But like I said, we're gonna follow that dude, and I'm gonna see what he says. Like for instance, the stock market is wonderful right now. The employment rate is lower than it was under Biden. As far as when you look at the average Biden unemployment rate,
yeah.
But Trump he's already like inherited an unemployment rate that was 0.02 of a point lower than what he inherited when he took over from Obama. And then we don't have the COVID pandemic. Now, ain't no telling what it might do. Something might happen. But as long as shit don't happen as far as anything catastrophic, we gonna be fucking zooming in about 2.5 years. Really, we're gonna be good by next winter, and the shit's just gonna keep getting better. I mean, look at everything, man.
Gas prices is the lowest it has been in 4 fucking years.
Mm-hmm. During the summer months, sure is. Sure
it's
is.
Gonna want to hear something funny? There was talk. Oh, dude, I was on TikTok. The dude was like, "Well, the price of oil of a barrel has dropped, and I don't know why gas prices haven't gone down. Trump, he ain't doing what he promised he was going to do." And I was like, "Really, nigga? That's the best you got? Really, nigga? That's the best y'all niggas got? All right. Do you know how easily it is for prices to go up?
It's easier than it is for it to go down.
Exactly. Prices are easy to go up, they slowly come down.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why they slowly come down is because you have people that are betting against the market, and they're predicting they see the people who are betting against the market, they want the price of oil to go up.
Mm-hmm.
And so what it does is, because they betting it for it to go up and it's going down, it stagnates and it's slow, and it's a slow drip. It's like a goddamn, you turn the faucet on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know how you barely touch it, if you barely twist it, or however that we're gonna go with the old school. If you barely turn the knob, it will start slowly dripping.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It will slowly drip, and you turn it some more, then that drip starts going to a water flow. Then you turn it all the way, and the water just that's basically how it is when it comes to the price of oil. See, the price of oil is slowly coming down, but the rich folks, they don't want that shit to come down. You know why?
No,
Because
they
they're gonna
don't.
lose a lot of.
They're gonna lose a lot of money. Yeah,
they're gonna lose. You're talking trillions and trillions of rich people gonna lose trillions and trillions of dollars.
Yep.
Because that bitch is coming down, and they're betting against the market. And so what usually happens when you bet against the market, and if you're wrong, you're gonna lose a lot of money. And so
they haven't even lowered interest rates yet.
Well, interest rates, Trump is coming from a maximum position when it comes with the interest rates, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So with the interest rates, he was talking about he want a whole 2% drop in the interest rate. We was like, whoa, that's 20. I mean, that's basically that's 20 basis points. That's a lot. But see, you got to look at what type of negotiator Trump is. Trump comes from a maximum position.
Mm-hmm.
You see how what he did with China? He was like, all right, bet 150, nigga.
Mm-hmm. You see, they came down. I think we only pay them 10% now.
No, it was because the Chinese citizens going to start. They were going to start revolting against these.
They were already fucking revolting.
Like, imagine you go to work one day and the next day you go to work realizing all the material and shit you've been working on for the last week can't be sold.
Yep. Oh, they was in bad shape in fucking China, man. They just weren't showing the shit online.
Yeah.
Only a couple of channels will show you what was going on in China. They was fucking revolting, fucking protesting and shit. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But you saw how quickly he got into Vietnam, didn't you?
Hold on, what?
Vietnam. We duty free over there, bitch. We duty free over there, bro.
Shit, Vietnam, bro. Shit, you talking about?
They got to pay us a 20% tariff. And another 40% on some other product. I forgot exactly what it was, but they got a 20% on some products and a 40% on other products that they get from us. They got to pay us that shit, and we duty free in they shit.
Hey, you want to hear something? And the funniest shit is, do you realize Trump did something? And my bad, you can hear me, right?
I can hear you perfectly.
All right. Trump, he did something that other presidents been trying to do, but they couldn't fucking do. But Trump was one that was able to get it done.
Which was?
With the whole Vietnam deal, the whole trade deal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I think he had something going on with India too, man, that was on the horizon.
Shit. Trump has done so many goddamn trade deals, bruh. That has been legendary, bruh. Shit. I'll be goddamn surprised if this nigga
don't end up on Mount Rushmore.
Shit. We all know yeah, we passed Mount Rushmore, bruh. We beyond Mount Rushmore, stuff play.
Yeah, this cat is doing a whole lot, and I like the fact. I like how busy he is because the Democrats are so in disarray. They think they trying to be an opposition party, but you can't oppose shit that you can't catch. Like, it's so much shit that he's doing, they can't even wrap their heads around it. They don't know what to go at. They don't know what to concentrate on. They don't know what this shit is. They looking like kids up in there, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
They are stuck. They too busy trying to damn oppose the Medicaid cuts and shit. They ain't even, it's a trip, boy. You look at any Democratic news outlets and they reporting only on the shit that the Democrats are fucking addressing. They're not even, and CNN just now start reporting good news about Trump with his approval rating and shit and job market and shit. They ain't got no choice but to.
It's because CNN, they're not like MSNBC. CNN, you see how they got Scott Jennings on CNN?
Mm-hmm.
CNN, they're trying to stay face, and Scott Jennings, they need to hurry up and give Scott Jennings a show before Fox News.
The whole show by itself. Mm-hmm. Whole goddamn show by itself.
Because that whole shit he on with Abby Phillips, man, that shit ain't cutting it for me.
Nah, he bodying their ass every time he open his mouth.
It's like that black. You know who that? Have you heard that black dude that they be having up on there?
The young cat.
Not. He's a brother that is.
He always be wearing the suits.
Yeah, he ain't young, but he talks very articulate.
What about him?
Yeah, so that
we
dude,
got Kevin Studs in the comments say he like the big beautiful bill. I do too, Kev. I do too, man. Hey, welcome in, like, subscribe, and share.
So yeah, man. Oh, that beautiful bit, man, nigga. I'm about to, nigga. You think I'm doing miles for now? I'm telling, yo, I'm on hourly now. And
you
I'm on tips.
So you do overtime. You get tips.
Hourly on tips, nigga. Technically,
so your overtime and your tips not taxed no more now.
Well, here's the thing, though. That's what I would have to. I'm gonna ask. I'm going to ask. I'm going to talk to one of my friends who's in an accounting department at a trucking company and see if he knows anything with this new beautiful bill that it will be useful for truck drivers.
Well, I think he already signed it into law, man. He just ain't
Because
damn televised it yet. But I think Trump already signed that shit.
see, we don't get paid overtime because honestly our shit is straight cut and forward. Like if you getting paid 60 cents a mile, you get paid 60 cents a mile.
I got you. So that means y'all work off tips then.
Well, no, 60 cents a mile is basically your pay. It's basically 60 cents a mile. It's probably like depends on how fast your truck drives and where you drive to, but it could be up towards $38, $40 an hour plus.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's $100,000. You can make upwards. You can make beyond $100,000. Depends on how much you're working. If you work like me, shit, you doing that easily. But yeah, anyway, so that big beautiful bill, bro, man, nigga, that shit about to be good in the motherfucking fan, bro. And shout out to anybody. Hey, shout out to all you blue collar workers, bro. I know that. I'm sorry, bro. All the niggas who are all the shit who's talking about, for black men, that shit's about to be a game changer for you, cuz.
Why would you say that?
What blue collar job you could get away without working overtime?
Ooh, yeah.
I'm sorry, but I have worked blue collar jobs all my motherfucking life.
Mechanics, fucking HVAC workers, plumbers,
welders, truckers. If you were hourly motherfucker, shit.
I'm an hourly dude. I'm an hourly dude, bro. If they wouldn't have flexed me off tonight, I would have had some overtime on my next check, but they flexed me off tonight. Talk about picking up some overtime now, boy. They ain't got to worry about production now for sure. You got some people that's like, picking up some stuff. Now I will say this, now I wish it wasn't going on, but I got a boss that actually has somebody that he lets work overtime every fucking paycheck, but he don't let everybody else work overtime. I ain't gonna lie to you. When I change careers and go into this new career, I'm gonna fucking snitch. Fuck that shit. I'll snitch into human resources on the way out the door. With the proof, nigga.
Snitch ass.
With the proof. I'm gonna print out the schedule. And I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send it to him in a handwritten letter, and that shit gonna be put up underneath somebody's door. Can't email it. Anonymous snitch. I'll type that bitch out and fold it up and put it in an envelope and slide up under the door.
Hey guys, if the job he get going to his new career, and if that shit off the chain, that nigga gonna snitch like a motherfucker and put his name on it. They gonna put he gonna be like, I want y'all to know who it is. Goddamn it, I'm
oh yeah, let me get that right job. I ain't gotta worry about ever coming back. I ain't gonna want to come back. I'll put my name on it. Matter of fact, I email that shit.
Yeah.
You gonna know who it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, that big beautiful bill, man. I mean, I already read earlier today, folk, that it's like what 40-something million people on Snap. And a lot of them people are able-bodied.
I dropped my cigarette. Yeah, I did.
A lot of them are able-bodied and been abusing the system. Can't do that shit no more.
Yeah, like a motherfucker. Shit, like
border gonna be secure. They got the border wall gonna go up. All that shit, man.
Shit, man. Fence spending, border security. God damn it. Yeah, baby. Y'all ready? Are you ready?
Oh, and wasn't the stable coin stuff in there too? There was some stable coin stuff in that bill too.
Yeah, man. All of our shit going up on shit. I'm about to cancel some of these sales on my stock. Nigga, I'm about to cancel these sales. I couldn't sell shit. Everybody was selling it. I couldn't sell my shit. The market was stagnated like a motherfucker today, bro.
Yeah.
This nigga knocked the fuck out.
It says the big beautiful bill is a comprehensive tax and spending bill that includes crypto-friendly policies like tax deferrals and de minimis exemptions. These provisions are seen as a boost to Bitcoin's appeal as an inflation hedge. Yes, indeed.
You want to hear something funny? I dropped my damn chalk.
Oh, yeah?
Hell yeah, brother. But I got me a spare. Yes, sir. Now I can idle my truck without it going off, player. Playboy. Shit, what happened to Dragon?
Oh, I don't know, man. But that's a good thing that the crypto, man, is about to really skyrocket now.
Yeah, man. I just downloaded Upward and shit. I'm getting ready to move all my XRP over there. Now is RLX is XRP and the XRP ledger? Can you fuck? I gotta ask Dragon. I was
So it's clear that mining, staking, and airdrop rewards are not taxable until sold.
Let's go. Oh my god, it's so fucking hot.
There's a lot of exemptions for most crypto lending arrangements from immediate tax events. So you won't be immediately taxed on crypto until it's sold, pretty much.
So fucking hot. Okay, let's see here.
I'm sitting here reading something about crypto. Oh shit. Yeah, crypto gonna be good, folks, for us. It's gonna be really good. I have not checked my accounts today yet. But boy, everything I'm reading is saying that crypto won't be taxed until sold. I'm trying to find out what about the stable coin with this new bill. That's what. Go ahead.
Now I wonder why I'm sweating so much, nigga. I just did 2 goddamn miles and realized it. No, my bad. I did 3 miles and didn't realize it. Nigga, that's why I was realizing that's why I was breathing so hard and shit. Whoo, god damn. And I'm sweating, man. It's hot. It's humid in a motherfucking. What's the temp?
I'm sitting here reading. It says the big beautiful bill aims to relieve pressure on U.S. Treasuries by allocating stablecoin reserve assets to the U.S. Treasury market. It also consolidates the dollar's hegemony by creating a closed loop of dollar to stablecoin to global payments, and global payments to return of U.S. debt.
What you saying?
Stablecoin No, I'm just looking at the stablecoin shit. It's gonna be. I mean, I just like converted some of my XRP went up in my account like $38. I just took some of that $38, took 30 of it, and I put it in the USD coin. Yeah, USD coin.
USDC.
I'm gonna buy some RL USD too.
Why you put in USDC?
Because I didn't have any RLDS. I didn't have any RL USD.
Yeah, you put in the RL. That would be better.
Yeah, I know, but it's not on the. It's not on the. I'm not in. I should have did it in Kraken. It ain't in the thing that I had my stuff in. So I gotta transfer it over.
Is it Coinbase and crypto?
Yeah, it's Coinbase. Coinbase, yeah.
Yeah, Coinbase. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Coinbase. It was good while it lasts, but
I'm about to get on Kraken.
I'm going to Uphold and shit. And
I'm on public too.
Robinhood, now hold on now. Robinhood just started the staking shit now.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now you can stake your crypto on Solar. Yeah,
I got Solana staked already.
I am Dragon. I'm going to do his. I'm going to play the world as Dragon Crypto tonight.
There you go with this shit.
Now
All
you
right,
gonna
stake
stack the
my Solana.
fuck? If you don't stack the fuck, you better stack that shit. Hey, Dragon, the best way. Hey, flattery. What they say about impersonation?
Imitation is the form of flattery.
Yeah, imitation is the best form of flattery, nigga. So, nigga, you better stack the fucking crypto like what we doing over here on the 3 minute. Now I'm stop playing. I can't do his voice. He got deep. Dragon, you got deep ass voice, nigga. I ain't gonna lie, Dragon. If I wake up in the middle of the night and heard your voice, nigga, I ain't gonna lie, nigga. I'll be scared, nigga. Pull the covers, like up my neck, like one of them big shits. Pull the top of the covers to my neck, nigga. I'm like, oh my god, what is? Ah, man. Ooh, it's hot in the motherfucker, man. God damn, nigga. I got that full blast AC. God damn it. Come on me, nigga. Pause. Pause. No
Boy,
Diddy. Shout out to Diddy.
Oh yeah, Diddy got them 2
Headphones,
felonies.
dog.
Diddy got them 2
Woo.
felonies.
Gotta get the other headphones.
What? I was just saying, Diddy got them 2 felonies that he's gonna get sentenced on October 3rd. So he chilling until October 3rd. Out just chilling. He ain't gotta worry about shit till October 3rd. Some people say it's gonna be it was gonna be time served.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. He could get 15 to 20 years, but it's gonna be time served, you said, right?
What, 15, 20 years? Hell no. Not for no fucking.
I said October 3rd. October 3rd is when he's gonna get sentenced.
He's gonna get free.
Yeah, I know I'm saying that, but I said some people already said that there's a possibility the sentence could carry 15 years, but we know that's not gonna fucking happen.
15 years to violate art. If they give him 15, now here's my thing. If they give him 15 years to violating the Mann Act, then I will be one of the people out here screaming racism.
Yeah.
And hear me out now. I'm one of those guys that don't do that shit. I am very selective of what my racism card. I like that me screaming out racism, that you know that playing racism with Pokemon cards. Yeah, I specifically take my time and make sure I do research. I look at I look
you
past
ain't
my
playing
own
Pokemon, you playing blackjack. You ain't playing Pokemon.
Like hold on, no, I ain't gambling. Say that Pokemon, it's a strategy. Gambling, you know, is yes, it is strategy, but also with gambling, I'm saying half of that shit is lady luck.
Mm.
So check this out now. So there's been many white men who have violated the Mann Act and have got away scot-free with a fucking fine. Just a hefty fine. Now, if they use Diddy as the person to violate, as the person they make an example out of, I'm gonna be real with you, that'll be completely fucked up because I'm like, I have let all these white men scot-free.
Right.
Now it's just because we're in a current age and we have social media and shit. Yeah. Like, yeah. That shouldn't change the judge's opinion on how to judge a motherfucker. But my thing is, if you allow those white guys to go away scot-free with fines and shit, what's different with Diddy?
Right.
Because honestly, like, if we want to play evidence for evidence with different Mann Act violation of cases and shit, we could do that shit. But you can't get mad at the prosecutor. I'm sorry, you can't get mad at the we can't get mad at the prosecutor for overcharging, for God's sakes. Like, that would be absolutely outrageous if we do that. You know, it's not like the prosecutor didn't overcharge Diddy for some bullshit where they could have went at Diddy for violating the Mann Act, not only violating it. And honestly, bro, I think the reason why they found Diddy not guilty of violating the Mann Act is because of the fact that the juries, this was such a high profile case, they was like, we got to get him guilty on something.
Mm-hmm. Maybe
honestly,
that's what it is. Because they didn't convict him on the other shit.
Yeah. Well, I feel that they should have. Now, maybe I'm wrong. If somebody in the comments know a little bit more about Diddy, speak down, forever hold your peace. But my thing is, the only person I could say he violated the Mann Act with was, what's her name? The John Doe.
The John Doe chick.
John Doe chick.
John Doe chick. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, little nigga. This little nigga pack it. Goddamn, pause. He got a pew pew. Nigga, that's a Desert Eagle. Hell yeah, brother.
Well, he got it on his. He got it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Got on his hip, nigga. That nigga walking with a left and shit. I'm like, shit. I ain't mad at you.
You are in Tennessee, nigga. You are in Tennessee.
Hell yeah, nigga. Shit. I was in Georgia. I didn't. They should never give y'all niggas constitutional carry. Man, you got niggas in Georgia walking around. Man, you got niggas in Georgia knowing damn well you look like you ain't supposed to have no weaponry.
And they had weaponry on them.
This nigga got weapons on him, man. I was about to call one nigga double tap, nigga, because this nigga had 2 guns on his waist, nigga. I was like, oh, okay, I see what you got 2 guns for. If the first one don't work, hey, I got you with the second one. I like to hit you 2 times with 2 bullets. That's why they call me double tap.
So when you was in Georgia, you saw a lot of people walking around with guns on their hip, wasn't you?
In the Alpharetta part I was at, hell yeah.
I can still carry. Well, I mean, you ain't even got to conceal carry.
Hold on, my bad. Hold on, check this out. The niggas, I could see if you have you have something underneath your, like, I can see you out. Because I have been around so many people who carry shit that I can see that you got something underneath the waist. That's the reason why I was like, a lot of niggas are carrying in Georgia.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. I was like, a lot of niggas are carrying in Georgia. I'm like, damn, nigga, okay.
I'm shopping for a new concealed carry. I think I'm gonna get that Sig Sauer P365 Macro X. That's what I'm gonna get.
But see, what constitutional carry. Now, with the constitutional carry, do you still got to get a concealed permit?
You ain't not no more. You not in Georgia. You ain't got to get no permit. Period. I still got mine, and it's still valid till I want to say 2027. But you don't even need no damn carry permit now in Georgia. Anybody?
You know how I realize how much of a square I am, bruh? Is that I currently right now, I got rid of all of my shits a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm so much of a square. Well, I ain't had I was forced to get rid of all my shit. Like, hey, that's just in here or there. But my thing is, I am so terrified because I'm kind of such of a straight arrow long, huh?
You're a hothead.
No, I can control. I am a hothead, but I can control myself enough to. I'm not gonna do something that's gonna make. I was about to lie. I was about to goddamn lie, nigga. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. I'm a walking crash out. I'm a walking crash out, dummy. Hey, you want to hear something funny? I was about to be like, man, I ain't gonna crash. I'm like, I had to stop myself. Like, nigga, you know you a motherfucking lie, nigga.
You be crashing out every time we be on the live, and you be talking about them people cutting you off in fucking traffic and shit, man.
Nigga, I'm a walking crash out, dummy, nigga. No, you see that's just me being mad. That's just me being see for years. This is the reason why I whenever it comes to mental health, I talk to men about their mental health whenever I can. Is that for years I held all that shit in.
That's crazy.
Like, I could be real with you, bruh. Until I honestly, once Kevin Samuels came. Pause. Once I seen Kevin's, so once I'm sorry, Frank. It was just this nigga I was with, and Hobie, he just kept saying, he was like, yo, pause, bro, pause, nigga. I was like, oh shit, yeah, my bad, sounded mad voice. Yeah. But ever since I found Kevin Samuels on YouTube, not only found Kevin Samuels on YouTube, but start practicing what he was preaching, and start taking the knowledge that he was giving out to brothers for free. I got my life together, bro.
Okay.
Like right now, I'm just going through right now, compared back in the day. The hard time I'm going through right now is something that I know this will pass.
Mm-hmm.
Even my team driver, me and my team member, we talked about it. We all know this will pass.
Right.
And so I learned that, under Kevin Samuels is how to be a better person, and not only how to be a better person, but how to actually be a man. Not only be a man, but can I be a responsible man? Can I be a man that other people can depend on? Can I be a man that is useful to other men? Can I be a man that one day that some child will be like, yeah, I want to be like Max Power.
Right.
And so that's kind of one of the things I learned, under Kevin Samuels, and I had to learn how to put that shit into practice, because something Kevin Samuels said that a lot of brothers hated Kevin Samuels for saying this shit was, not only you got to do the work, but you got to show the work too.
Mm-hmm.
You just, and see, the problem is that we have a lot of brothers that just show the work, and that is it. I mean, sorry, we got brothers that just talked about the work, and that is it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't doing nothing else. They're not okay, you're just talking about it, bro, but we don't see this shit. Where is it? Can you show me? See, the thing about it, Kevin Samuels did show you.
Yeah, he showed you.
Not only Kevin Samuels showed you, but see, he showed other brothers, and when he showed them other brothers about his work, motherfuckers only did was he did that Birdman, got the hand clapping, got them alpha male strategies with the dry ass hands, rubbing their hands together. Like,
I hadn't seen that dude. I hadn't followed that dude's stuff in a long time. I hadn't looked at alpha male strategies in a minute.
I ain't gonna lie, I fucked a lot of bitches because of alpha male strategies, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I fucked a lot of bitches because of alpha male, nigga. Let's see, alpha male strategies, honestly, all right. I'm gonna give y'all I'm gonna plug y'all in a good sales books, fellas. If you ever trying to be a better salesman, read Neil Strauss' book called The Game by Neil Strauss. Read that book. I promise you, you will see a difference in your life when you read that book. It's not, it was just, it showed me mad shit, like when it came to the game, like, you know, how to holler at women, but it also shows you how to sell yourself too, as a salesman. Because we all play the same game. We all trying to sell ourselves to women. Niggas don't want to be dry dick out here.
Yep. Speaking of dating real quick, I wanted to show this real quick, man. This is something. Says this dude says man wakes up after a Bumble date to find his entire house clean and spotless. I don't even know what this is about. Let me see what this is about.
Speaking of good angles, so I had a Bumble date last night and I left at 4 a.m. this morning and just told her to lock up. Dude, she cleans my bathroom, makes my bed, and the kicker is she done all, like 90% of my laundry. And I hate doing laundry. So I don't know if I done something right, maybe done something wrong. Maybe she felt sorry for me, or I get a second date. Who knows? But that was definitely the best one ever. That's a good angle there.
Nah, that's crazy, man. Good for him. I don't know what the hell he got, who the hell he met on Bumble, but shit.
You want to hear something funny, bro?
What?
A lot of women would do that shit.
Well, the ginger I'm messing with right now, I came home one day, this chick was vacuuming. Folded up all my clothes and everything, dog.
You got women. That's how you know a woman sees you as a good man. You do all that shit. Like my ex, nigga. I have never been cussed out before for cleaning up.
Oh wow. You talking about your ex and DR?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have never been cussed out for cleaning up. Like my girl now, I never had a woman fed me the way she fucking fed me.
I sure never misjudged my last chicken DR. I ain't gonna make that mistake again.
Told you shop around, nigga.
I know, right?
Y'all remember, fellas, honestly, some of you dudes, and we're gonna get this past you, some of you dudes piss me the fuck off so fucking much. Because some of you dudes downplay yourself so fucking much to where you should be goddamn big dick Cousteau out here in this motherfucker. Like when niggas see your ass walking in this, I'm like, here's this nigga again. Niggas should fear leaving their girls around your ass, nigga. Some of you, my bad. My phone's about to die. All right, there we go. Put it on the charge. Some of you dudes, y'all don't understand how good motherfucking dudes you are. You don't understand how, like, honestly, bro. And this is the reason why
I got this tongue lashing from Paul's, but I got this tongue lashing from him before, so y'all got to listen to this shit too.
So there's a woman right now that is literally giving, like that was literally praying to God right now to find a good man. When was the last time you niggas prayed to God to find a good woman?
Yeah. Good point.
Some of y'all, and so you got women out here that's literally, but the problem is it is so much cluttered and shit in the dating market in America. It is so much bullshit right now in the dating market in America. And so you niggas, some of you niggas have been, and I can tell when niggas been abused by a woman. I'm sorry, and the abuse shit is different when it comes. The abuse shit women do to men is mental. Because what they do is they try to put you. Honestly, bruh, if you ever listen to how some of these women talk to black men, and I'm talking to black men specifically, but I have seen it happen to white men too. These women talk to you like you're their children. They're literally talk. You know how they have said that men are stupid, yada yada yada, and all that shit.
Yeah.
The world would be better if women were in charge.
Yeah.
You got some people who literally, really actually think that shit.
Of course they do.
And so you fellas, I want y'all to realize this shit. There's a woman on this world, anywhere on this world, you just gotta find that bitch that's praying to find a good nigga like you. And if you a good dude, I hope they find you. But if you a fucked up dude like some of these bitch ass niggas, man, shit, nigga, I hope you find more shit in the dating. I hope there's a goddamn one of them heavy duty ass shits in the goddamn pool that's goddamn cinnamon swirl 5 feet long shits, nigga.
Hey, speaking of the dating pool, here go another person that just found out his issues in the dating pool. Listen to this.
A picture is really worth 1,000 words. Look at Miss Jada, legs open. She was the man in that relationship. She wore those pants.
Fellas, when you meet a woman that checks off all the boxes, sweet, feminine, kind, caring, appreciative, listens, follows your lead.
So what you're seeing here is Will Smith is on stage with this Latina at a concert and they performing and they get a little close.
Is not argumentative. Does that little thing that you like. Cares about you.
It's looking like Will Smith moving on.
Passionate. She understands you. She gets you. She don't want to let you go. She don't want to see you with no other woman. She's smart. She's funny. She's witty. She makes you feel good inside. She don't really complain about nothing. She don't ask for shit. She's
Another black man bites the dust to another race of woman.
beautiful on the inside and the outside. You will look at every other woman in disgust. You'll look back at your past and be like, damn, what was I thinking?
Who is hold on.
What?
Man. Oh, was that the different women that Will Smith like have been around with? You know?
Oh no, he got a new chick. Some chick in the salsa community, dog.
In the what?
Salsa community.
Are you talking about the dancer he danced with? Did he dancing with the stars?
He had a concert. It was a performance, and Will Smith and this chick was on stage, and it was a little too close. And then she was seen at a table with one of her friends, and Will Smith was there too. So I think Will Smith then moved on. I think Will Smith and Jada about to get a divorce. You know, they had an open marriage for a minute.
I thought they had a. Honestly, I don't think they. I don't think they had an open marriage. Do you want to know what I think? I think Jada forced this nigga to have an open marriage. But I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't think they ever had an open marriage.
Well, I mean, she stepped out with August Alsina. I mean, there've been rumors with Will and what's her face? What's her face? Her last name's Roby. She was cast as she was in the movie Focus with him.
You talking about
Margaret Roby?
Yeah, Margaret Roby.
That white girl pretty as fuck, boy. That motherfucker.
Nigga, they had
that motherfucker pretty, dog.
Yeah, it's funny because she's Australian too, and they showed a picture of her, and I was just like, "Are you and Harley Davis related?" Because that kind of
they look very similar.
I was like, "Y'all look alike."
Good God! But yeah, this is talking about him with this sausage.
Here, ladies and gentlemen, that's a happy man. That's a man who's been through some shit with the woman that he's.
You see this on screen? Look at it on screen. This is the chick right here.
Don't fumble her.
I think Will is in love. A Latino woman will do that to a man.
You want to hear something?
No,
Will Smith. Who honestly, bruh, Will Smith, he should have divorced her years ago. Whenever she started talking about Tupac, a nigga who's been dead for man, hold on one second.
He proposed to her while he was in jail.
No, he never did.
You sure?
That is one here.
She said he did.
Yeah, that was a lie. You want to know why? How I know that's a lie? Because it doesn't. Somebody already did the math, and it was just like, well, the math ain't mathing, because when it comes to the records, the time that Jada is talking about Tupac asked to marry her, she was on set.
On set with what?
I think she was on. I think she was on set for.
No.
Was it Set It? Was it Set It Off? It was a film that she was doing that year. It was a big film that she did that year.
Set It Off.
Was Tupac alive?
I believe so.
Hey, this spot right there. No, this spot right there. Yeah. Yeah, but damn, I forgot what movie it was. I'm not sure if it was Set It Off. It possibly could have been Set It Off, but they talking about, Tupac said he was going to marry, and I thought Tupac was already engaged during the time that happened. He had a fiance.
It says here, I just typed it into Google. It says Tupac proposed to Jada Pinkett Smith while he was incarcerated in Rikers Island in 1995, but she turned him down because she thought he would have divorced her after his release.
Yeah, see, that's bullshit. Because you want to hear something? Nobody has corroborated with those facts except for her. She's the only one that. Now, remind you, she said this shit literally 3 years ago. 2 to 3 years ago, she said this shit. What happened to 10 years ago? What happened to 5? What happened 10 years? 15 years? 20 years? She said that when she recently sold that book. Remember that book she sold?
Mm-hmm.
That's when she said it when she had an interview. And that was one of the passages in her book. And it's a bullshit. It's a fucking lie.
Yeah, it says in her podcast in 2023 episode, it says during the October 2023 episode of the podcast All the Smoke, Jada confirmed to former NBA player Matt Barnes that Tupac had proposed to her while he was serving time on Rikers Island, but instead of wanting to marry her out of love, it seems as though Tupac was merely looking for Jada to serve as his rocking order to help him get through his time in jail.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Because he was engaged at the time. He had a fiance at the time. So you telling me he is engaged, he has a fiance at the time. And not only he had a fiance at the time, so he's in jail. Now, just hear me out. He's in jail. If I remember correctly, his fiance at the time was visiting him every single day, or as much as she can. When did you have the time to? Then you had a big movie too. So when did you have the time to A, go to see Tupac in jail, and B, you saying that a man who you have seen him one time, the whole entire time, the quote unquote one time you went to see him in jail was the only time. The only time you went to see him in jail was the only time was the time he proposed to you.
Well, they said that in 1996 was the year after she said he proposed. He was engaged to Khadijah Jones at the time of his death.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see how long they were engaged.
If I remember correctly, till his death, right?
It said it was only several months until his death. Yeah, just says several months.
Now, fellas, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I would like to witness what Sean said as Exhibit A of bullshit. Do y'all concur? I don't believe that bullshit. That's a wicked ass bitch, bro. I have never seen her hold that wicked, cuz.
They had lived together for 4 months and then he was murdered.
Oh, this nigga, you got this shit. You don't need my help. You got it, nigga. You said what?
He said that they were engaged for 4 months and then he was murdered. But they met in a club. When did they meet though? See, you got to dig a little deep.
His ex-fiancée? Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't met at a strip club, nigga. You know how these niggas be.
Well, I'm just gonna see when did they meet. Oh, they met in '96. So it was after Jada confirmed that he asked her in '95.
And when was what year was can you tell me the specific dates that Tupac was in jail?
The specific dates he was in jail?
Mm-hmm. Pacific. I need Pacific dates.
Yes, Tupac claimed during the '99 appearance at the Arsenal Hall show that the encounter. Okay, the final case proved Tupac was sentenced on February 7th, 1995. He was remanded to Clinton Correctional Facility in Dannemora, New York. So February 95.
And when did he get out? The release date?
Hold on. October 12th, 95.
So he got out October 12th in 95.
And he was in prison on February 8th, 95.
So 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
So when did he get engaged?
96.
What year or what month?
Hold on. It just says they got engaged in 95. I want to say September. He was killed September 96. But he said they got engaged in 95. But didn't Jada said that he proposed to her in 95?
Yeah, now you're getting it, Playboy. Yeah.
It's not saying what month. It's not saying what month they got engaged, but it said they got engaged in 95.
So in 95, so do you seem like did Tupac seem like a man he's gonna fall for a bitch easily?
Hell no.
Before Tupac, when Tupac was, you're talking about what, 94? Tupac was at the height of his career. What, 93?
I know he got a song with Digital Underground called I Get Around, nigga.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3, 4, 5. All right, hold on. I'm switching my headphones on.
But yeah, folks. So Jada Pinkett Smith claimed that Tupac was in jail from February the 8th till, what did I say? October, or was it September 95? So he was in jail from February to the winter to the fall. He got out. He went in February. He got out in the fall. This is in 95. So he only had what, about a month or two after he got out before 96. He died in September 96. So he got proposed. He got engaged to his fiance Khadijah Jones in 1995. But here Jada Pinkett Smith is talking about he proposed to her in 1995 while he was in jail. So you telling me Tupac, who wasn't spending no time around Jada like that, proposed to Jada in 95, gets out of jail and proposes to another girl because Jada turned him down because he needed somebody to be his rock while he was in jail. But y'all got all this history, and that's the man that you fell in love with, that you was the love of your life. The one that you got your daughter fucking writing you letters about, writing letters to him and shit. Talking about, I wish I would have known you. I wish you would have been my daddy. But you turned him down in 95. No, that nigga never asked you to marry him. That's what it was. That nigga never asked you to marry him.
Lying bitch.
Never asked you, talking about you turned him down. No, the fuck you didn't. Not the way you still talking about this nigga after he's dead.
Why do you think I got so excited, nigga? You getting it.
Shoot.
You getting it, goddammit. That's why I'm proud of you, boy. Goddamn, boy. I'm proud of you, nigga. No, I'm talking. Oh, you finally getting it.
No, I'm just saying, yeah, she lied like a motherfucker.
Man, you got that, G.
Yep. So now,
all right,
y'all see that, but let's finish this though, cause I want to finish what he talking about this divorce.
Ya lo sabe. So Jada Pinkett and Will Smith is said to be getting a divorce, y'all. This is breaking news. OMG. Y'all know Will Smith and Jada Pinkett have been rumored to be getting a divorce, getting separated, getting a divorce, getting separated through all of these years. Now it has come a time and point where Will Smith has contacted a big law firm, and he is not playing. He is trying to return Jada Pinkett.
You hear that, Max?
Yes, sir.
He has contacted a law firm. He is actually doing this shit.
Back to the streets and where he found her, right?
Somebody check on Jada, because the streets are convinced Will Smith has officially checked out of their marriage, thanks to Will's appearance at Univision's 2025 Premio Lo Nuestro.
This was this year, y'all. This year.
Award show. Now, we already know Will and Jada have been on their bad marriage for LifeWave, reportedly living separate lives while still being technically together.
We ride together.
We die together.
Bad marriage for life.
But this latest moment has fans side-eyeing their whole situation again. And let's just say, things got real close.
Look at this embrace that Will is sharing with this Latino on the screen, y'all. Does that look like he is faithfully married? They are crotch to crotch. Well, crotch to stomach, because she got a crotch on her stomach because she's short. But look at this picture.
The chemistry was on 10, with the two dancing all up on each other.
Watch this right here, y'all. Watch this. Watch what's about to happen. You see how close she got up on him?
Guys, I remember listening to a preacher man by the name of Jerry Savelle talk about the fact that the number one fear that all men have is the fear of losing everything they have gained. So imagine if you was worth maybe $400 million and you are a married man who got married in the state of California, looking to now.
Oh, he's fucked. Getting married. He better not divorce her in California.
Divorce. Do you think you'll be willing to give up half of that just for your peace?
Will Smith
is finally, after being separated from Jada since 2016, remember we told you that and they said we were lying? And Jada said, listen, I will never leave Will Smith. He is my life partner. They are life partners. Even Will has talked about it. And we told y'all that this whole marriage was PR. So we got a call. He's done with the PR of it all. The life partnership is not working. He has a woman that he's in love with. She is not Black. And he is now talking to lawyers. The issue, so he is setting up to divorce Jada. Now, this is going to be a messy divorce because you have to understand the prenup that was signed. Because remember, when he met Jada, Jada was just kind of a small-time actress that was being passed around Hollywood between Tupac and everybody else that would take pussy, right? So he decided to just fall in love with her, because she was, she's sexually charged. She's a hypersexual, and she, the girl couldn't even go to sleep without masturbating and shit at 15 and 16. So she just been popping that pussy all down Baltimore, all the way.
God dang,
the California. He green from Philadelphia. I had a wife and all, and ended up leaving that wife and married Jada. Right? Jada locked it down. And there was a prenup that was signed at the time, but that prenup is almost 30 years old. So a lot of things were accumulated during the marriage. I'm hearing that the reason they kind of came up with the life partnership is because they felt like the brand was stronger together at one point. But, since he's been able to face so much scrutiny, just public humiliation, and his career is still intact, while Jada is at the house doing, besides every time Jada got a job and she was screwing somebody on the set, couldn't even trust her to go to work, hypersexual. According to Bilal Pillhead.
But I do think Will may have a better chance of saving some of his money because she's on record kind of admitting to cheating when she said that whole entanglement thing. Maybe Will can get those lawyers can just prove the fact that she.
You hope so, but you already know Will gonna have to pay some money out of pocket. It is what it is. He got plenty of money though, so he gonna toss a few chips to shut up. But other than that, he gonna be all right.
Cheated in the relationship. Maybe that point will help with the California marriage laws where he'd be able to get some type of money back.
What is Jada doing right now to remotely keep Will's brand afloat? Will is a brand in himself. And I think he felt like during that Black Love era, the Jet magazines, the BT, all that stuff back when we was like, oh my God, like they are the perfect couple. You know what I'm saying? They have a relationship that's just so big. And then when you open it up and you see that it's all PR and it's press. And now he's had a rude awakening. It's like, why am I here? Why am I staying here? Why did I allow her to, to talk me into being life partners when he was the one that left her? He left Jada, gave her everything, still wasn't enough, built her a house, gave her women when she wanted women. She, was a part of the marriage, and, it's going to be hard to enforce a prenup that was, 30 years old. They're supposed to re-amend the prenup, but because, she's so good at clocking cat, he forgot to update it, and it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a huge fight. And apparently he has summoned a big Jewish firm. Another thing that kept
not a Jewish firm
them from divorcing too was Scientology. And so Scientology doesn't believe in divorce, and I hear that he has left them. And that's the reason why he's able to make that decision as well, too. And so, I wish him nothing but the best because she got to go. Jada was always the problem. We're not going to sit here and cap like she went.
So Will Smith cheated on Jada back. What a legend. What a legend, Will Smith. Oh, my God. Will Smith and India literally kissed during the performance. What a legend. The Will Smith Prince is back, baby. Will Smith knows his worth. And I love that Will Smith is getting backlash, right? But it's not a problem when Jada cheats on Will Smith several times. It's not a problem when Jada talks about her ex, Tupac, constantly all day, every day. It's not a big deal when she constantly embarrasses Will Smith in front of millions of people. Yeah, she hardly gets backlash. But when Will Smith does it and she finds a better looking woman than Jada, it's a problem. Oh, well, he should be ashamed of himself.
And we're going to stop it right there, folks. I ain't going to lie, man. I'm getting a fucking headache. We're going already almost 3 hours. But, yeah, man, we're going to go ahead and end the podcast right there. Y'all take care. Have a nice night, Max. I know you probably ain't hear me right now.
I thought we was going to go into it. No?
Yeah, I got a fucking headache, man. I'm about, man.
Oh, my
I'm just
bad.
getting on my nerves right now, man.
My bad, y'all. Hey, I had this motherfucker was about to hit my truck, so I had to guy his.
Boy, you stupid.
Yeah, goddamn rookie.
Yeah, we'll pick back up here the next time maybe back up here, maybe some the next time we have it. It's gonna be a couple of days. I got to work a few days straight, but yeah, we gonna get back on this thing, man. Probably beginning of the week. We gonna see y'all, folks. Okay, man. Y'all take care. Make sure you realize that your overtime is not getting taxed no more. We gonna be all right, folks. America is going into its golden age. We gonna holler at y'all.
Yes, sir.
Peace out.
Peace.